Hello and welcome to the 1v1 show. We're nerd and pop culture class. We have a really good show for you guys today. We're going to be talking about Hideo Kojima going to Microsoft, E3, Star Wars, Demon Slayer, and so much more. And joining me as always every Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m. PST is my co-host, Gio. So, for those who are new, who are new to the show, don't know what we do here, here's Gio telling you what we're about and how we do it. Take it away.
1v1 show. So, like I said, we have a good show for y'all this week. I'm excited, and I'm sure Mikey is excited as well.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, I am. And I think I might have fucked up your audio there for a little bit, but I'm learning every week. But
fine.
Anyways, so starting us off with our first main topic of the week, it's going to be about E3. So Gio, what can you tell me about E3?
All right, so basically, it's been a long time since we've had E3. I don't know about you. I know we kind of have a difference of opinions on E3, Mikey. I know you like to, or how do I say this? I like to be the guy that wakes up at like 9 in the morning when Nintendo is doing their showcase, and I like to watch it live and stuff like that. And then you're very much like, I'll just watch the press. I'll just skim a press release later and look at the stuff I want to look at.
Yeah, because like every single video game conference is usually hella boring, and it's just a lot of edging for 3 minutes of content that we're actually there for.
Fair, but I don't know. I like I guess I have the big nostalgia for it, being a kid, and waking up and watching the conference on like G4 or on like IGN. So I think that I just can't let go of the nostalgia. But we didn't have E3 last year. E3 was canceled last year because of COVID. And this year they're coming back. They're coming back. The dates are June 12th to June 15th. It will be reimagined as a online digital event, right?
Oh, now so we can go?
What do you mean?
We can go to this year's E3 virtually?
Yeah, because it's online. We can go.
Oh, shit.
Man. Dude, if it wasn't for COVID, I probably would have gone last year, to be honest.
Wait, is it allowed for people like us, normies, to go there? I thought it was for like business and developers and shit like that.
It became a public show, I want to say 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh shit, we should go next year. No, we have a lot of events planned next year, actually, I don't know.
Yeah, well, the thing is, a lot of people complained about how it was when it was a public event. I remember people complaining that the lines were too long, it was too packed. It wasn't structured to be a public event. It was structured to be like a industry event, but they just let people in anyway.
Like an industry showcase.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the following companies they were scheduled to be there, or they are scheduled to be there: Nintendo, Take-Two, Microsoft/Xbox, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, and Warner Brothers are confirmed.
But what about Sony?
They have not said that they're going to join E3, which kind of makes it a little weird. I mean, Sony, I think, has started to kind of do the Nintendo approach, because for the longest time, Nintendo was at E3, but they kind of did their showcase just like a digital event online.
Yeah, the Nintendo Directs, right?
Yeah, the Nintendo Directs.
Yeah.
And Sony has started to kind of do those with the State of Plays. And they also...
yeah, they've been releasing some big announcements through the State of Plays.
Yeah, through the State of Plays. And also they had the PS5 showcase last year. So maybe Sony is saying, why are we going to be a part of E3 when we can just kind of do our own thing? Right?
Yeah, so like why spend like a budget on showcasing a production at E3 towards developers when they could just have their own little convention just for their own content, and they're not paying anyone else to showcase their own stuff, right?
Exactly. No, and not only that, but it's expensive to fucking rent space at E3. Like, these companies shell out like millions of dollars for basically, one, renting the space at E3, two, building their booths, like, staffing, getting all the stuff ready there. And then not only that, but also for E3, they have to pay to have these, for the bigger studios, they have to pay to have these giant like press conferences, because Sony and Microsoft, they used to rent out like theaters in SoCal. Mm-hmm. I don't think they were all in LA. I can't remember because I know one of them was the Microsoft theater. and I can't remember if that was in LA or if that was in San Diego. No, it wasn't LA. I'm confusing E3 and Comic Con. My bad. Um, but yeah, also Nintendo. Zombie Bait in the chat says Switch Pro, let's go. I was going to say that Nintendo being a part of E3 means that they're probably planning something big for them to say, yeah, we're fully into E3. And President of Nintendo of America, Doug Bowser, has said he's excited to get the industry back together for E3. So are they gonna have a Switch Pro? I mean, it kind of seems like they have something big because not only him saying that they're excited to be there, but Nintendo also said that they are saying that they feel like they're going to sell more than last year, and they sold a lot last year. Like the Nintendo Switch was one of the hottest selling items throughout the year. Animal Crossing was probably the biggest selling game of last year.
Yeah, like all mainly due to the pandemic and quarantine, right?
Yeah, like I think as a whole, video games
Oh
were
yeah, definitely.
kind of on the up,
Hmm.
definitely because of the pandemic.
Indoor activities went up tenfold.
Exactly, and I think Nintendo, them saying that they're going to sell more this year than they did last year. That means they either have a new hardware coming out, or they have a bunch of software coming out that we don't know about, because they did do that Nintendo Direct, which a lot of people felt was lackluster, and they felt like they didn't announce a lot of big things. And if you really look at it, yeah, it was smaller niche titles for like people like me, but for like the big, like, oh shit, this is gonna be a million plus seller and a console pusher, there really wasn't that much, because I think the big game they showed at the end was Splatoon 3, which is 2022. But then, the way the industry is that their fiscal year is different than a calendar year. So maybe they meant like fiscal year. They feel like they're going to sell more, but we'll see. We'll see. But I'm excited for whatever Nintendo brings, for whatever Take-Two brings, Microsoft. I mean, shit. I mean, there's some news that we're going to talk about in a little bit that I might take the plunge and I might just buy an Xbox.
What?
Yeah, I've never had an
Really?
Xbox before. But we'll get to that in a little bit. I mean, if Microsoft, because like people always say like, oh, why are you going to get an Xbox? Just get
Just
a
get a
PC.
PC.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of don't. I'm not going to get a PC that's super high end anyway, because I don't play those kind of games. But it'll be nice to just have a box that I can plug in or download whatever Microsoft games do come out. So, yeah, fuck the haters. Anyways, Capcom, Konami, Ubisoft, and Warner Brothers are going to be there. I know Capcom, they got Resident Evil coming out. Some more news on that later. I don't know what Konami's going to show off, because they really haven't made like big games in a while. They've been more of a pachinko.
What was their last big game?
I couldn't even tell you, because like all the major creators from like Konami franchises are leaving. Like, you know, Kojima left. The guy who made Castlevania left. What else? They don't really have any super big hitters like coming out the gate.
Mm.
Ubisoft is going to be there, and I'm not expecting much from Ubisoft. I mean, they're going to have like some Tom Clancy bullshit, Ghost
Hi, can you
Recon.
in the chat saying what's up? And for some reason, my chat looks weird.
What up, Kanea? What up? But yeah, like I said, I don't really Ubisoft, unless they like finally drop the release date for a Beyond Good and Evil 2. I don't really give a shit. Or a new Rayman game, but both of those are highly unlikely. And Warner Brothers, which has been kind of like shitting the bed lately with like the Hogwarts game and all the controversy and being pushed to 2022. Gotham Knights being pushed to 2022. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what Sony's doing. We'll see what Nintendo's doing. We'll see what Microsoft's doing. But to me, it seems like it's going to be a rip-roaring good time.
Yeah.
What about you, Mike? Anything you're hyped for, or are you just kind of just like always, just kind of waiting to see if they announce anything and waiting for the surprise?
Yeah, like, well, me with the video game conferences, I think they're all boring, and it's better to just wait till it's over and wait for those articles that compile all those trailers together and like, boom. Like I can consume all the trailers within a 15-minute time span rather than sitting through 2 hours of boring scripted dialogue and forced gameplay.
And there's always one guy in the crowd just yelling like,
Yeah.
"Yeah!" I think that was Bethesda. There was just one guy who just kept doing that.
And like, woo!
The worst shit actually is when they have like musical guests come on.
Oh, like Usher, when Usher came out for Just Dance, and like he
Or
had a whole like dance production, and then like
yeah,
everyone was like, yeah.
dude, it's such a waste of it's such a waste of talent for like musicians to come in and produce and do that at like E3 because that's not the crowd. Even though like if I was there, I'd be going crazy to see Usher or anyone else. Like I'd be like, "Yo, this is lit."
Like, yo, we got a
But
concert, y'all. What the fuck? Come on, nerds, dance.
fucking nerds. Anyways,
We're nerds ourselves, but
Kane in the chat has been saying that they'll be looking forward to Square Enix maybe announce a new Final Fantasy info. Hopefully, Final Fantasy 16 looks dope. And it's worth it for those legendary game releases. Like it was worth it for the FF7 remake. Yes, I do agree with Kane on this one because like when they have like bangers announced and like you feel the vibe of the energy, even though you're online watching, like you hear the crowd and it's just like I don't know, I get like a big like right here in the heart, just like swelling up of joy. But yeah.
seeing grown men cry over that got me crying. Well, Gio is the perfect streamer to watch for that because every single video game announcement there are liquid coming from his eyes, and then there's no onions around.
Yeah. Anyway, I am a grown man that cries a lot. People literally were in tears over Final Fantasy 7. I know I was.
Yeah, see.
But yeah. Anyway, speaking of salty tears.
Oh yeah, yeah. For our next news, this is pretty crazy. As a Sony fanboy, admittedly, this news was like when he told me this, I was like, wait, what? Hideo Kojima going to Microsoft, making a game exclusively for Microsoft? Gio, tell me more.
Okay, so this story is kind of, how do I say this? It kind of it seems like it goes deeper, but it really doesn't. But it's kind of funny, like some of the stuff. So there was a game. I don't know if you heard about it, Mikey. There's a game called Abandon.
Oh yeah, I'm actually going to talk about that later.
But yeah, they were basically people were thinking that this was a secret Kojima game, right? And because back when was it the Phantom Pain or Ground Zeroes, one of those two? When Metal Gear Solid 5 was first announced, do you remember like they showed it at the Game Awards and it was by a studio called Moby Dick Games or some shit?
Yeah.
And then the guy who was like the president or the guy that was supposedly the president of the company or the CEO of the company, he was like just wrapped in like bandages. And he was like giving an interview about the game, and then people like, I don't remember that. You don't remember this? Oh, yeah, they were. But basically,
sorry,
there was this guy that okay, let me find it. There was this guy. His name was Joachim Mogren, right? He was supposedly the head of Moby Dick Studios, and it was an unknown Swedish company that says that they were developing the video game The Phantom Pain, and his face was completely adorned in bandages, like literally like in bandages. And then they kind of the internet was going crazy.
Wait, so
because Joe,
were those real injuries or just?
No, this was all a publicity stunt from Kojima.
Okay.
Because Joe Kim is an anagram for Kojima.
Oh.
And the internet was starting to like figure it out. Yeah, like Kojima be on some 5-head shit, like some fucking 7D chess. So basically, that was a fake game company to basically promote secretly Metal Gear Solid 5, and it was just people always suspect Kojima is going to be doing that 5 head shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Hideo always on that 5 head shit.
so people are thinking this abandoned game is the same shit because the studio doesn't really have much out there, right? They haven't put out nothing out there.
Mm.
Then we have a post from Jeff Grubb of VentureBeat saying that according to his sources, there is a deal in talk to leverage Japanese talent for the Xbox by getting a exclusive Kojima game for the Xbox system, for the Xbox ecosystem, right? Because as the Xbox hasn't really sold well in Japan. Like they have struggled there historically. And in fact, I think it's very much surprising that they haven't just given up on Japan. Because I remember seeing a what is it, the not sound scan, like the numbers for consoles sold for like systems in like a week, and I think it was like, or like in a month or some shit like that. I forgot what they're called, with the numbers they put out, but I remember in Japan there was like, it was like Xbox or not Microsoft, Nintendo sold this many thousand, Sony sold this many thousand, and for like Xbox it was like 53.
Oh damn! Is that low? So holy shit!
They do not fucking sell at all in Japan. So think about it. Like, who else can you think of that is like a name, right? When you think of video games, there's not really that many people that you can say, like, oh, I want to play a game directed by this person. Kojima is probably one of the only, if not the only, like, big names, like, when you're thinking of a game.
Yeah. Like, even normies know who Hideo Kojima is.
Exactly. Like, okay, like someone like Miyamoto, right, who is obviously like a big deal in the video game industry, right? When you hear a Miyamoto game, your first thing is like, oh, that's a Nintendo game, right? It's more of the company than the person, right? Plus, like, the last Miyamoto game, which was Star Fox Zero, was not well received, and it might be the death of Star Fox, but anyways, so it goes a little bit more 5-head than this, because Phil Spencer, there was a video recently where he had a Kojima production statue in the background of the video. So people, you might say that, oh, this is reaching, but Hideo Kojima is known for doing this fucking 7D chess shit. So, and this guy, Jeff Grubb, he has been pretty solid on info. Like, he's just not some random dude on the internet that just spews shit, because he was a guy who pretty much, I don't want to say leaked. Well, yeah, he was the one that reported first on the Mario 3D All-Stars collection. Because that came out, or that was announced in, I want to say, either August or September. And Jeff Grubb was basically saying that was going to happen in June or July. So this guy has a track record of saying, like, oh, yo, there's something here. Like, he has a good track record of reporting on news that hasn't broken yet. On breaking the news. So, I mean, what would you want from a Kojima game? Like, would you want a sequel or something brand new? What do you think? I don't
know. Mikey? I mean, because all the stuff that he's made is tied to Sony, isn't it? Like PlayStation, like Death Stranding, is that exclusively? Wait, is it exclusive?
Death Stranding no, because it's on Xbox now.
Yeah,
not Xbox. It's on PC.
Yeah, okay. So, well, then I don't know. Because so a Hideo Kojima game on the Xbox would get you to buy an Xbox?
Just to play that game? Because, that's crazy. Well, not only that, but I think I don't know if I would. Xbox has been kind of like secretly, like, not secretly, but they've been making some big moves lately.
Yeah, like the Game Pass is pretty big. I'll say that. I'll admit that. Like, that Game Pass is pretty dope.
Buying Bethesda, buying a bunch of other studios, Double Fine. So they have Like they have a staple of talent at Microsoft right now. And honestly, like to
Like I would
me,
argue that they have better collective talent than PlayStation does at the moment.
I would say I would agree so. And in fact, some of the stuff that we're going to talk about in a little bit kind of really to me shows what Microsoft is doing is to me seems like a better plan than Sony. But yeah, I mean, if I'm looking through Hideo Kojima's like stuff, and it's pretty much like Metal Gear, PT, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. I think he did have a game on the Game Boy. I don't know if you remember this. It was called Boktai. The sun is in your hand.
I don't. I do not recall.
The game had a solar panel on the cartridge.
Oh yeah, you did. Okay, I remember you telling me about this one.
Yeah.
Can you in the chat says and people claim PlayStation is losing to Xbox and Nintendo. Poor Sony. I have so many things to say about Sony. Oh, we do too in a little bit.
We do too, and but yeah, I mean, what I would want from a Hideo Kojima game, I feel like Death Stranding, even though I haven't played it yet, because it didn't really seem like it was intriguing to me. But it got good reviews. There are some people that swear by that game.
Yeah, like I saw a critique about it saying like it's basically a walking simulator, which kind of, to be honest, kind of drove me off of it a little bit. But I still have it, and I'm still going to play it.
Yeah, I probably would play it if I didn't have a large backlog. And not only that, but what the fuck was I gonna say? But
yeah,
also it'll probably be cheap eventually soon.
Yeah, so it wouldn't be tied to any of his past properties, you think?
I don't think so. I think because everything's so tied to the legacy of Sony. Like, imagine if Hideo Kojima put out something that, well, one, all of his past properties are owned by Konami. But imagine if like the actual PT, like if that game, like Konami was like, all right, like what if Xbox made a deal with Konami's like licenses Silent Hills so Kojima can make his game, and it was an Xbox exclusive. You know how salty Sony fanboys would be?
Yeah, Bill Gates were like, all right, fine, here's $1 billion. Make it happen.
Here's $1 billion, Konami, like
sell my Xbox.
But yeah. Anyways. But speaking of salty PlayStation people, you want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah. So there's a lot going on with Sony and PlayStation Studios in particular. So, and a lot of it dropped yesterday. So, Gio, fill us in.
Yeah. So there's there's a lot to talk about Sony. In the last couple of days, we've talked about. Well, I think it was like about 3 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or maybe a month, when we were talking about the closing of Japan studios and basically all the talent leaving there.
Yeah.
And then just last week, Sony announced that they were going to turn off the store for the PS3, the PSP, and the PS Vita. Which, when you really think about it, I was listening to a podcast, and they were like, it's insane to me that the PSP and the Vita are essentially getting shut down at the same time in the same year, because they're 2 generations apart.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, you would think they would at least give the Vita like another year. But no, they were like, nope, we're going to shut this down. And a lot of stuff can be pretty much directed towards Jim Ryan. I'm going to be honest with you, Mikey. I don't really like Jim Ryan. I think he's kind of an asshat.
Why? Why is that?
Well, a lot of the moves that they're making, because he's the new head of PlayStation. And not only that, but he basically made a quote where he was like, "Oh, old game is old. Why would anybody want to play this?" Like he it seems like all he's in for is making like AAA, like big blockbuster titles. And I'm not really a fan. I'm not really a fan of how he's running it. I get it. It's a business. And, like a business, you want to, make the big budget games. You want to hit the home run. You want to, you want to have every game sell like The Last of Us. You want every game to sell like massively, right?
Yeah.
But it just seems like I don't know. Like when it comes to Sony games, they're starting to feel very samey. Like, oh, it's a third person action game. Like, oh, okay, that's all Sony's put out. But that's not to say that their games are not good. A lot of their games are fucking great. Like Last of Us 1 and 2. Me and you talked about it. Like we both really love those games.
Yeah, Kenny in the chat said, "Oh yeah, my friend told me that they will not touch any title that did not sell 10 million anymore."
So yeah,
What?
like basically that's kind of I don't think that's a direct quote, but I wouldn't be surprised like if that's what that's what they want, because Jason Schreier from Bloomberg basically dropped a article saying that there was a small team called Visual Art Service that was about 30 developers, and they were working on a remake for The Last of Us 1 for the PlayStation 5. But according to Jason Schreier, Sony never fully acknowledged the team's existence or gave them funding or support needed to succeed in the highly competitive video game market. So they ended up moving the ownership of that remake to Naughty Dog. So now supposedly Naughty Dog is working on a Last of Us 1 remake.
But
right?
that game is not even 10 years old.
Exactly. And if you think about it, that game is super accessible to play because it got a remake for PS4, and then they even gave it a PS5 update, which makes loading times like super fast. It got like a HDR update. Like, I don't know what the point is of them selling making a remake if that game is so easy to obtain now. Also, Ben Studios, the people who worked on Days Gone, they pitched Days Gone 2, and even though it sold pretty well and consumers liked it, Sony also kind of hesitant because of the critic reception to the game, because it wasn't the best. Like it got like I think high like 8.5 to like low like 6 point something. So it wasn't like the critical darling like other games. So they ended up rejecting Days Gone 2, and they wanted to move Sony Bend to this remake. And Sony Bend, they're the ones that made the Vita Uncharted game, and I think they just don't want to be in Naughty Dog's shadow. So, yeah.
Yeah, but with the Naughty Dog, it's kind of crazy because fans have been begging, like Kania in the chat, they've been begging for a new Jack game for years, but now they're going to just remake a game that's not even 10 years old. And also, I have a theory about that remake. Maybe they're trying to make it more in line with the upcoming HBO show, because as we talked about in the past, they said the HBO show is going to deviate a lot from the game. And so maybe this remake will go in line with the show. Maybe that's why they're making it.
Maybe. I mean, I think it would also be because like when the Witcher 3 Netflix or the Witcher Netflix show like happened, like that game got popular again. Like it shot up the charts. So for Sony, from a business decision, it makes sense for them to release a version of that game, or even bundle a version of Last of Us 1 with Last of Us 2, and so that people who are watching the show, they can get it more accessibly. But we'll see. I mean, for me, like I love Sony, like I love their games, but I miss when Sony would take chances and make games that were like a little weird. Like, I'm very sad that I will never get a Gravity Rush 3, because that was probably my favorite. Gravity Rush 2 is probably my top 5 PlayStation exclusive games of the last generation.
Damn, that's high praise coming from you.
Like, I would put Gravity Rush 3 above The Last of Us 2.
What?
Because
very high praise.
Because I can only play The Last of Us 2 once.
Okay, that's true.
I could play Gravity Rush 2 for fucking hours and hours and replay that game just flying around. But like I said, I mean, we'll see. I mean, there's also a lot of fucking Sony exclusive IPs that I haven't played. Like, I know you had high praise for
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah, Horizon. I haven't played that yet.
And Shadow of the Colossus, right?
Shadow of the Colossus.
Amazing.
neither of us have played God of War yet, but
Oh yeah, even though I have it, I
yeah,
still haven't
same.
played it.
I still have it. Did the PS5 update for that release yet?
I don't know yet, but that's why I'm waiting for it. And there's also going to be a PS5 update for Horizon Zero Dawn, which makes me excited because I think I'm down to play that game for the third time and 100% it for the third time before Frozen, not Frozen Wilds, uh, Forbidden West comes out, the sequel.
I'll probably hop in that when that PS5 update happens because that game does look sick. It just came out when Breath of the Wild came out, and Breath of the Wild is fucking amazing. Anyways, yeah, I mean, we'll see. Kanea in the chat says, at least we got Ratchet and Clank for PS5. That's my only hope to hold on to. Yeah, and then the original, the remake, the Ratchet and Clank remake. Did we talk about this last week? They got a PS5 update.
Wait, which one?
The Ratchet and Clank from the remake.
I don't know if we did. It sounds familiar though.
But it got an update, and it's now at 60 frames per second with like some improved lighting and stuff. So
yeah, Kanea is saying they're literally making the same mistakes so far with the PS5 as they did on the PS3 and PS4. I
don't agree. I would say PS3, yeah. PS4, they made all the right moves with the PS4, as far as I know. The PS3 is when they kind of lost a lot of people. Like they ended up losing that. That generation. And honestly, if you really look at it, it's kind of almost like history repeating itself because it seems like Microsoft is winning on the pro-consumer moves front, with Sony kind of just being head asses about themselves. And that kind of always happens whenever Sony is like, they win a console generation decisively.
Mm-hmm.
That they end up the next go around, they make some head ass moves. Like the PS3 was not the best launch, and they ended up losing a lot of ground to Microsoft. So we'll see.
Yeah. So do you think PlayStation will be able to pick themselves up and like see the gamers' reaction to what they're doing and change suit? Or you think they'll just Sony keep going down, digging themselves a hole?
I don't think they're digging themselves in a hole as far as profitability goes, because as long as people buy their systems and buy their games, they're not going to change.
Yeah.
And it's not like they're not putting out great games.
So you'll give them another chance, like Kanea in the chat says?
I wouldn't say I'm giving them another chance. It's just that there's so many games on Sony that, like, I'm not gonna miss out on because I'm mad at them. Like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, vote with your wallet. If I'm not gonna buy Last of Us 1 again. In fact,
yeah,
I don't want to say I don't want to say I hope that flops, but I hope Sony realizes that they, instead of bullshitting and kind of remaking the same game over and over again, that they should give more creative chances and don't give up on like those weird games that I love. Like, give me Gravity Rush, give me Parappa the Rapper, give me, I don't fucking know, Everybody's Golf. Give me shit like that. I don't care about. Yeah.
Oh no. I forgot to mention this. Like, so you said that, but I forgot the guy, Jim Ryan. He's trying to focus restructuring Japan studios.
Or they shut him down essentially.
Oh wait, okay, never mind. Because I thought because the news I don't know where I read from, but it seemed like to me they were focusing on the Astrobot stuff, and that made me think like, oh, maybe they're focusing hard for PSVR 2 content.
Maybe, because I know Team Asobi they're pretty much the ones that are dealing with. They're still intact, like the ones who made Astro's Playroom. Mm-hmm. They're still intact, but the rest of Japan Studios is kind of folded with like a lot of like the main people leaving. It's like one of those things. Like I think Kanan said earlier that Naughty Dog was, like people have been asking for a new Jack game and Naughty Dog doesn't give it to them. To be honest with you, I don't think we'll ever get a new Jack game from Naughty Dog, because the people that made Jack or the people who were in charge during that time are not there anymore. right? And in fact, I wouldn't even want Naughty Dog to make a new Jack game because it's not in their forte. If anything, I want another studio like what they did with Sly Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had Aru Studios do Sly 4. Like, give me a team that's good at making platformers and give them those games. Like, because Naughty Dog, they just don't have the people for those kind of games anymore.
Mm.
And I don't think that those are games you want. Can you imagine a Jack game written by Neil Druckmann? It'd be fucking weird.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that brings us to the end of our main topics. We have 3 today, which is pretty rare because we usually have 2. But yeah. So like Gio said in the beginning, so we were thinking of just letting someone else do it. But yeah, so we usually talk about main topics followed by a bunch of subtopics, and we're going to talk about them for 2 minutes. But yeah, like guidelines. And starting us off on a little somber note, Gio, tell us what happened yesterday.
So yesterday, it was announced that unfortunately, multi-platinum selling rapper DMX passed away at the age of 50. It was see, the thing with this, Mikey, is that I'm hearing a lot of conflicting reports of what the cause of death was.
Mm-hmm.
From people saying that it was a drug overdose, that he got into basically he was on life support and then died from a heart attack. Some people saying that it was just a heart attack. I don't know. I mean, DMX has been known to have be on heavy drug use, but he did seem like he was functional. But they said it was a heroin overdose, and heroin's a motherfucker. I mean, granted, I don't want to speculate on what the cause of death was, just to kind of just say that there is speculation on it. I don't really know, and honestly, I don't think we'll know unless we get 3 independent coroner results, because sometimes coroner results be on some fuck shit. But yeah, it's a sad day. DMX, he was able to embody just kind of pain and aggressiveness at once, and he was just someone that came out during a time when everybody was doing the P. Diddy shiny suit era, like the glossy pop rap music, and DMX just gave him something real, something gritty, something grimy. And it's sad to see that he's gone. I mean, DMX is someone that I thought was gonna live forever. There's certain people that you look up to, you're when they die, you're just it reminds you of our own mortality. And yeah, it's really sad. It's really sad that DMX passed away. And yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's all I really have to say about that. Let's move on to the next topic.
All right. Well, so more on the somber side of the news. Over 530 million users in over 106 countries had their personal details leaked to the internet back in 2019. The data was obtained by scraping profiles using a vulnerability in the platform's tool for syncing contacts in your phone. And Facebook spokesman said the company was not confident that it had full visibility on which users would need to be notified, and that it took into account that users could not fix the issue, and that the data was publicly available in deciding not to notify users. And Facebook said they fixed the issue after identifying it, but they're not going to tell the users hey, by the way, your information was leaked onto the internet. But actually, you should still worry, because the information didn't really include financial information or health information or passwords, according to Facebook. But the leak is still leaving those users vulnerable, because phone numbers are increasingly used for scam calls. I'm sure you've been getting some of that. And yeah, and it's crazy because back in 2019, months before patching up this issue, Facebook just reached a $5 billion with the B, with the U.S. Government for violating an agreement with the agency to protect user privacy, and here they are messing up again. And yeah, it's pretty crazy. And not to be outdone by Facebook, LinkedIn was also this week confirmed that a trove for a sale of hacker-on forums include publicly viewable member profile data that appears to have been scraped from LinkedIn. So, yeah, over 500 million users on LinkedIn were also had their information leaked onto the internet. And, yeah. So, even though this information is already publicly online, the personal data that's being collected is being aggregated in a way that can still benefit hackers and fishers to build profiles of them. And yeah. So yeah, it is my major. Sure, it's also engineering. Facebook is shady. Yeah, I agree. I deactivated my Facebook because Facebook time and time again proves that they cannot handle your personal information and that they'll sell it to other people for their own personal gain. But anyways, speaking of big corporations that we can't escape from, some might even just bring themselves to this corporation, like Disneyland. Right, Gio? Tell us more about this.
Bruh, I miss Disneyland. But yeah, Avengers Land has a release date. Or it's not Avengers Land, it's like
Avengers Campus.
Campus, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, Avengers Campus has a release date for June. What the hell? My notes are fucking up. June 14th? No, hold on.
June 4th. June 4th. It's there.
There we go. June 4th. Disney announced the date for the opening of the new Avengers theme park, which is going to be a part of California Adventure. And they showed off a video with a preview of the new land with kind of like some renders of what it looks like is going to be there. I mean, it looks kind of small, but granted, this is just part one of Avengers Campus, where they're going to open up with, I believe, the Spider-Man web shooting game, which is going to have like AR technology. It's going to be a ride where you can shoot like spider bots. And they're going to have a Ant-Man and the Wasp themed microbrewery there. So, you know, when it becomes COVID safe, you can bet your ass that I'll be going there. But also, I guess you could argue that Avengers Campus, a part of it has been opened already because Guardians of the Galaxy is technically a part of that as well. But
have you ridden that ride?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was really cool, even though I did like Tower of Terror better, but it is what it is.
My name is Earl in the chat says California Adventure is just kind of small in general. I wouldn't be surprised if it never got that big.
I mean, they're expanding it.
I mean, yeah, well, they have plans to expand it. They plan on getting rid of the Disneyland Hotel area and then put more land over there. So, yeah, like Kenya said, Disney got to make that money.
I mean, honestly, I've heard that the Disneyland Hotel is kind of bunk, so I wouldn't be surprised if they got rid of it. I didn't know until I watched a documentary on this. The Disneyland Hotel wasn't even owned by Disney originally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was owned by another company, and they just recently, bought. They just bought it back. So, yeah.
Interesting.
But anyway, speaking of expanded universes, tell me about this Aquaverse, Mikey.
All right, so Columbia Pictures, and Sony Pictures Entertainment and Amazon Falls have announced that they have closed a deal to develop a 14-acre prime location in the seaside of Bang Sarai, which is located about 90 minutes away from Bangkok in Thailand. So, for the first ever Columbia Pictures branded theme park, and what's going to be called Columbia Pictures Aquaverse. It will be a theme park and a water park featuring characters from the aforementioned films like Ghostbusters. Oh wait, I didn't even mention them. Ghostbusters and Men in Black, and state-of-the-art rides and newly themed attractions. The Aquaverse theme park will consist of 8 themed and immersive zones with both water and land-based attractions. So, here are the rides that are planned: Men in Black Thrill Rides. Aquaverse most thrilling rides and attractions can be found here, including a hair-raising water coaster ride, which has a 12-meter free-fall ride. And there's another one called Ghostbusters Supernatural Experience. Step into the Ghostbusters portal and zip across ghost traps as you glide down a water coaster with your best friend, or dare to enter the world's first and fully enclosed water dome. And this is my favorite one. I would like to go here just for this one. Bad Boys Raceway. Experience the thrill of the chase and put the pedal to the metal around our new outdoor go-kart tracks and neon Miami-themed race course. And you know how The Rock is doing the Jungle Cruise ride? Or like the movie? Well,
Yeah.
now the Aquaverse is having a Jumanji Jungle Adventure. Brave the worlds of Jumanji through the wild jungle-themed water slides, visiting Jaguar Mountain while being chased by mandrills. And then they also have not forgotten the children. There's going to be a Hotel Transylvania kid-friendly zone and a Surf's Up Surface Paradise and a Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs Swallow Falls river adventure. And yeah.
My name is Earl in the chat says they should just make all rides based off old Will Smith movies.
Right?
I can't even think of...
Like there's Men in Black and Bad Boys, two Will Smith franchises at this theme park.
They need a Wild Wild West ride. That's what the fuck they need.
Right.
I was trying to think, like, what movies are Columbia Pictures, and
I
don't know. I can't even think of really any.
I can't even associate Columbia Pictures with like a movie.
Because like a lot of those like old properties, like Bad Boys, Ghostbusters, Men in Black, don't they already have rides at Universal? Or at least some of them do. I think Men in Black did. I'm not sure about the other two.
And I cannot recall. The Patriots will probably just see it as a water park. Oh yeah, no, it's also in Thailand. So I was like, huh, interesting.
No, yeah. Well, I know. I'm never really convinced, like when they do parks, like that in like other countries, because I remember they had that like $1 billion theme park, the WB one,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was in Saudi Arabia, or maybe it was the United. Was it Saudi Arabia? It was somewhere in the Middle East. And I
remember.
I was looking at the videos of like the walkthrough of the rides. Like, yo, these look kind of bunk. Like they don't look like Disney quality. So, well, I mean, we'll see when it comes out. But I ain't got no money to go to Thailand right now.
And the last part of this news is it's kind of crazy because they just announced it this week, and they said it's going to be open within 6 months. So they're going to build it and open it within 6 months. But yeah, anyways,
I don't know about that one, dog.
Yeah, I know, right? But anyway, speaking of corporate synergy with two different companies, Gio, what's going on with Sony and Netflix?
All right, so Sony and Netflix have signed an exclusive deal, meaning that they have exclusive streaming rights starting in 2022. So movies like the sequel of Spider-Verse, they're going to be exclusively on Netflix. I mean, this is pretty big. I mean, considering that because of the pandemic, we're seeing a lot of companies kind of moving their movies towards a streaming service.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, like, do you think that this is moving towards the future of us, like, kind of phasing out movie theaters, Mikey?
No, I think there'll always be event movies that we would bring ourselves to the theaters for, like say Endgame has never been released yet. Would you just wait for Endgame to go on streaming, or would you go out to the movie theaters? Actually, I don't know the answer to that, what the majority would answer. But for a movie like that, I would go to the theaters. And like epic movies, like even like Godzilla vs. Kong, which is actually out in theaters, but I don't want to go yet because I'm not fully vaccinated. But yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like sometimes like when you go watch a movie in a crowd, and sometimes the crowd can just be fucking annoying.
And, yeah, it's a double-edged sword though, because what if sometimes with the crowd it can be a collective experience.
Yeah.
Like when, spoilers for Endgame, when Captain America grabbed the hammer, or when he finally said assemble, bro. the cheer in that theater. Ooh, I get goosebumps just thinking about it. Like it brings me back to like the collective nerdgasm in that theater. Like, oh my god, it happened.
Then I also remember when I went to go watch Transformers 2 and people were clapping at every little thing. It was the most annoying shit anyway. Granted, that movie sucked regardless, but damn, I feel like being in that theater made me hate that movie even more. Yeah. You were like, oh my god, yeah. Also, sometimes you just get fucking assholes in the theater. Because I remember when I went to go watch It Part 1 in the theater, there was some dickbag in the fucking crowd that was yelling some anti-Semitic shit. So yeah, man, like you said, it's a double-edged sword. Sometimes I like to watch stuff just at home, but I also get that feeling for like, I think like Kong versus Godzilla would have been a good one to watch in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Because just like the hype and, you know.
But speaking with the Sony properties going on Netflix, that means Netflix would have the Uncharted movies, Morbius, Jumanji, and the aforementioned Bad Boys trilogy, and Into the Spider-Verse, which is already on Netflix, I think. But yeah.
But yeah.
But anyways. Wait, no, that's you.
But yeah, speaking of which. Yeah, speaking of movies, Mikey, tell me what's up with Saw.
Okay, so you know how there's a Saw spinoff with Chris Rock coming out? Well,
yeah.
They said, like, you know what? Even though the last movie ended in 2010, because back from 2004 to 2010, there was literally a Saw movie every year. And then they ended it with Saw 3D, and then they brought it back again in 2017 with Jigsaw, but it didn't really do well. But then now they're bringing it back again with Chris Rock and Spiral, and it's not even released yet, but they're already developing the 10th movie in the franchise. And yeah. So it seems like we're going to get another Saw season every Halloween. Seems like they're going to be churning them out. And there's no one attached to Saw 10, so we don't know if it's going to be bring Jigsaw back, even though spoilers for no one really cares. But
no one really cares. I guarantee you.
Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure he's dead, even though I haven't seen it, Jigsaw. But we don't know if he's going to be coming back or Chris Rock is going to be coming back. You know, or like Chris Rock is going to be the new face of the Saw franchise, like on some 7, like shit, like David Fincher 7. That'd be kind of cool. I mean, I do like the approach that they're doing with Spiral, because it is basically 7, but with Saw. So
yeah.
But I don't know. The first 2 movies were decent, and after that, it kind of just went downhill. I don't know. Have you seen these movies, Gio?
I've seen the first one, and I never saw the second one, and I never cared to watch after that, because as soon as they got to like, as soon as they make a 3D version of something, it's just kind of whack, and it's just like, I don't really give a shit about this franchise anymore. So yeah, I never got into really Saw. I thought the first one was really good. Other than that, it was just like meh.
Yeah, the first one was really, I thought it was amazing. But yeah, it seems like they're bringing it back to get on people's nostalgia for Saw. But if there even is nostalgia for Saw, but whatever. Speaking of nostalgia, Gio, what's going on with Pac-Man?
So this is it, y'all. Pac-Man is the one that killed Mario. As soon as Mario 35 ended its run, it got announced, I want to say either the day of or the day after, that Pac-Man 99 is what was going to be replacing Mario 35 as a battle royale. And what it is you have 99 players competing to be the last Pac-Man standing.
Mm-hmm.
The way the game works is when you defeat a ghost, that ghost gets sent into another person's screen. So you can strategically get power pellets, munch on ghosts, create giant chains of ghosts so you can send out a bunch to someone at once. You can use the fruit to kind of clear the screen, and you can also strategically choose who you're sending your ghosts to. So, it's pretty fun. I've seen people play it. I don't know if he's in the chat, but BTG Play, he was saying how he was hyped because he got number 1 on it, or he ended up getting a number 1 ranking on Pac-Man Battle Royale a couple times. But I'm excited. I mean, we'll see if Nintendo gives this one more support than they did for other ones. I mean, I really like this concept of like retro games and giving them like a Battle Royale feel. What do you think, Mikey?
Battle Royale Pac-Man? I actually would like to try that out.
Yeah, they. I mean, if you think about it, they could do that with like a lot of like old classic games. Like they could do Space Invaders '99 or Dig Dug '99 or anything like that. I feel like any of the old classic like arcade games. Like, if you turn it into a battle royale, it'll give them like kind of like new life or stuff. I mean,
I would want a Bomberman Battle Royale. That sounds hella crazy.
Yo, yeah. That seems like that would be.
You're welcome, Nintendo or whoever makes that game.
I think Hudson Soft, but Hudson Soft folded, and I think Konami bought them. So Konami, Burger Time '99. Yeah, let's do that. Speaking of tiny organisms, Mikey, tell me about the midichlorians.
Midichlorians.
Okay, whatever, midichlorians.
Well, anyways, so according to the New York Times, evidence is mounting that a tiny subatomic particle seems to be disobeying the known laws of physics, scientists announced this Wednesday. It's a finding that would open a vast and tantalizing hole in our understanding of the universe. The result, physicists say, suggests that there are forms of matter and energy vital to the nature and evolution of the cosmos that are not yet known to science. The new work, they said, could eventually lead to a breakthrough more dramatic than the discovery of the Higgs boson. Remember that big little thing that they constructed? I don't know if you remember that, like a few years ago.
No, I don't.
Well, one of the physicists said that this is our Mars rover landing moment. This is strong evidence that the thing is called a muon, like an eon, but it's called a muon. Anyways, I won't bore you with the details, but they said this is strong evidence that the muon is sensitive to something that is not in our best theory. They say the measurements have a 1 chance out of 40,000 of being a fluke, which is well short of the gold standard needed to claim an official discovery by physics standards, but promising signals disappear all the time in science, but more data are on the way. So, yeah. Little particles that defy the laws of physics, and they say could contain the answers of how this shit is constructed. So, yeah. Pretty crazy. It could rewrite the definition of physics, which is really, I'm exaggerating, but it could. Like, that possibility is there because they found a new explanation for crazy ass shit.
So, does this mean that people could become Jedis, potentially?
Well, no, but it does. I said midichlorians because it's kind of a joke, like in Star Wars, the little microorganisms that make up the Force, and it doesn't explain they disobeys the laws of physics, like what they just found this week. So yeah, pretty crazy.
Yeah, no, that's pretty nuts, dude. Like, hopefully, like, it's not just like a fluke. Hopefully, there's something there. I think it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, I think they're in the process of trying to recreate or recreate the process. But anyways, you know what I had for breakfast this morning? I had a granola bar, and it was actually really chewy. But enough about the chewy. Gio, tell me about chewy.
Fuck you. Anyways, so 20 also standing for The World Ends With You, which was a kind of a sleeper cult classic hit that Square Enix put out on the Nintendo DS. I think it was 2012 or 2010. Let me look that up real quick. The World Ends With You. That was a game that has also been released on mobile, and it was released on the Nintendo Switch. I played part of it. Oh no, this is way older. This was This was released in 2007. So, anyways,
Yeah.
the world ends with you. It was another game by fuck, what was his name? Boom, 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 boom. Tetsuya Nomura, who was the producer on the game, who was also known for having all those crazy fucking Kingdom Hearts games. But the sequel to the sequel to the game, The World Ends With You, Neo, was announced in a new trailer, and it is coming out on July 27th.
Ooh.
I'm excited for this because not only that, but the first episode of the anime adaptation of the first game just released like this week, so I'll probably watch that later. But I'm excited. I love these games. I played it on the Switch, and I thought it was a good story. I thought it was pretty good to play, pretty fun to play. I don't know how they're gonna do the sequel because the playstyle like is entirely pretty much it works on the touchscreen. So we'll see.
What genre is the anime, can you ask, or is wondering?
Shit. I mean, it's definitely I don't want to say it's a full battle shonen. There's some science fiction stuff in there, some fantasy in there. Could I call it an isekai? Because it's not entirely a new world, but it's an entire plan of existence. It's definitely a shonen. But yeah. 3 shots to the kettle one says ramen. You have a ramen head. Anyways, but speaking of crazy outlandish stories, Mikey, tell me about Ancient Aliens.
So, have you ever wondered, what if they made an Ancient Aliens movie? Well, wonder no more, because the wildly inaccurate series that asks the question on every single episode, what if almost everything that happened in history was actually caused by aliens? The movie is coming from the showrunner of Cobra Kai, and it's described as a globe-spanning adventure featuring ancient sites and artifacts. The story will be a two-handed, globe-spanning adventure featuring ancient sites and artifacts confronting the theories and questions raised by the popular docuseries. And I don't know if you guys are... For those who aren't familiar, the series has been running since 2010 for 16 seasons on the History Channel, and it's heavily influenced by the writings of a total quack writer, Eric von Daniken, who made the ancient alien idea so popular with his book, Chariots of God. But anyways, and his books were always like, if something that happened in the past isn't easily explained by the history books, it must be the works of alien. It's a really goofy, highly implausible conspiracy theory stuff. And now it's going to become a movie. So it's pretty much, it sounds like Indiana Jones, but with aliens.
Dude,
which
my
already
dad
happened with Crystal Skull, but yeah, I don't know.
Dude, my dad watches this shit all the time. I fucking hate Ancient Aliens. Fuck this shit. Anyways.
But it's... Hold on, I had notes. So the show treats itself in a campy way, but it has been criticized for its not-so-subtly racist way it presents anything created by non-white culture. Like, for example, the Egyptians could have made the pyramids, must have been aliens. But,
Three shots to the kettle one says, I mean, it's on the History Channel, so it must be real, fam. It's the easiest way for them to let us know what's going on without causing panic. Let enough people feel as if I told you so and no panic. Shut the fuck up. Anyways.
Well, that brings us to the end of our topics. Just kidding. We have a whole nother set of topics, starting with Resident Evil. Gio, what is going on with Resident Evil?
So there is a new Resident Evil showcase announced. So April 15th, they will show a new trailer of Resident Evil Village. And also, they are saying that there is some more surprising news coming out. So, what could this mean? I don't know. Is it a new game? I don't know. Are they going to show off more of that 7-foot lady that the internet likes to jack off to? Possibly. And then I think they're going to announce.
Wait, do they?
Also, what?
People be doing that?
Yeah, dude, the internet is horny over that 7-foot lady from the Resident Evil game. You didn't know that?
I'm not with it. Sorry.
No. Well, anyways, what I think they're gonna announce for sure is they're gonna have a second trailer for Resident Evil. Did you play the last trailer? The one in the
No,
mansion?
no, that just scares me.
It's that game was more of like a kind of like an experience, not really an actual game, because there's no combat in it. You're just kind of moving from the dungeons, and then you kind of see shit that's creepy.
Oh, so it's like
Uh,
going from point A to point B type.
yeah, a little. There were like puzzles involved and shit, but there was like no combat. What I think is, I think they're going to Resident Evil CBT. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, what I think they're gonna have is this second trailer is gonna be more of like actual gameplay and combat. So I'm excited. I mean, I enjoy scary games. I'm not someone that scares easily unless it's a giant spider. But we'll see. I'm excited.
Dude, I can't do horror games. I don't know. Like for some reason, like other games, like it's whatever. It's just a video game. But when it's a horror game, for some reason, I get way too immersed.
Yeah, no, and I would say ever since the last Resident Evil game, where they moved away from like action into more of like a survival horror, like creepy vibe,
Like a psychological horror type shit.
yeah, that's the shit I like. I don't care about like shooting zombies and like an action flick. That shit's boring to me.
Playing Aliens was amazing. Yeah, dude. Alien Isolation, I didn't go more than an hour into that game because once I first saw the alien, I'm like, oh, fuck this, and then like I rage quit it. But anyways.
But yeah, speaking of horror, tell me about Chucky. Unless you're talking about Chucky Finster, then I don't know.
No, we're talking about everyone's favorite doll, Chucky. Because the show has begun filming, and Sci-Fi's Twitter released a teaser for Chucky, the TV show. It's a TV show now, and it's premiering this fall. What?
There's a TV show announced? I didn't hear the news.
Yeah, it was announced, I think, late last year, but now that's filming. They're starting to market it now. So even though there was a reboot 2 years ago with the original, even though there was a reboot 2 years ago, this original Child's Play series is going to be continuing with that the original Chucky stuff, and the show's going to be called Chucky, obviously. So the synopsis is: an idyllic American town is thrown into chaos as a series of horrifying murders begin to expose the town's hypocrisies and secrets. Meanwhile, the arrival of enemies and allies from Chucky's past threatens to expose the truth behind the killings, as well as the demon doll's untold origins as a seemingly ordinary child who somehow became this notorious monster.
So they're just saying fuck the reboot, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the show creators with this TV show, our mission has been to preserve the straightforward scariness of the original film or the first couple of films, but at the same time continue on with this ever-expanding tapestry of consistent story that we spun over the course of 7 movies and 30-something years. I think fans are really going to love to see the new characters that we introduce in this realm, and not just to see how they came off of our classic characters. And not just Chucky, but some of the others you may be hoping to see, there's a good chance they may turn up. And, you know me, I got the news for you. I know who is going to show up. The kid from the first 2 Child's Play movies, he's returning. The original voice actor for Chucky is returning. And the franchise mainstays, Jennifer Tilly and Fiona Dorff, are also returning. So it's going to be a big-ass Chucky reunion if you're a fan of the horror franchise. So, and which I am, actually, and I'm thinking about watching this show. But, speaking of something that never dies and keeps reviving, coming back to dominate, tell us about Demon Slayer.
I mean, you're not wrong. I mean, this movie just fucking won't die. So over the weekend, the Japanese box office for the Demon Slayer movie rose 39%. Jesus fucking Christ, this movie cannot be stopped. But it was only able to get to number 2 with Evangelion 3.0 plus 1.0 still being number 1. Oh no, dog, like it seems like anime movies are just taking over. And I've been seeing a lot of people posting up their tickets because this movie is releasing in the United States this month, I believe.
Hmm.
So people are people that are like anime content creators, I guess that's the right word, or yeah, anime content creators that I follow. They've been posting up tickets for saying like, yeah, I'm excited to watch the Demon Slayer movie. I'm still on episode 17, so I need
How many episodes are there?
24, 25.
Oh,
So I need
okay.
7 or 8 more episodes. So I'm almost caught up. But I think I'm gonna wait till the streaming release, because when a lot of times with these anime movies, like they'll just put them out for like a weekend and then they won't, it'll be it, and I won't be fully immune, or because I got my second shot and I won't be fully vaccinated for like another 2 weeks, so 2 or 3 weeks.
Mm.
So yeah, man. But I'm excited. I mean, it's a good show so far. It's just crazy how popular it is. And also like the fact that the series is done, like the manga is done.
Oh, so
Like,
like the story has been told.
A story has been told. Like if you really wanted to, you could read the whole story of Demon Slayer. Like now, like you could get the Shonen Jump app and just read it.
Oh, so
But
then what's keeping the blood pumping in Demon Slayer?
I would say the animation.
Mm.
It's really gorgeous animation. It's beautifully animated. I would say. Also, I think just in general, like people, just the mainstream people generally attract more to animation as far as, and then manga. Like people, they would rather watch a movie than read.
Mm.
Yeah. But it is what it is. But speaking of pumping popularity, tell me about Bitcoin, Mikey.
So last night, Bitcoin just reached an all-time high. Again, 61,000, but it's back down to 59,000 currently. But anyways, yeah, it's getting crazy because Bitcoin is seemingly, or crypto in general, is starting to take over the mainstream population, because the arena in Miami is being renamed to FTX Arena, which is FTX is a crypto exchange, and also. The chairman of the NBA team, Sacramento Kings, announced that everyone in the Kings organization is going to be offered their entire salary in Bitcoin if they want. And I don't know if you remember the David Fincher movie, The Social Network, which talked about the rise of Facebook. And there's two twins in there, the Winklevoss twins, which we don't know if Mark Zuckerberg stole their idea and made Facebook. But as of this week, those twins, Winklevoss twins, are now worth more than Mark Zuckerberg, because they have their own Bitcoin crypto exchange. And yeah. And even though it's still taking, it's taken over, the entire value of cryptocurrency as a whole only accounts for 0.16% of the global wealth economy. But
So you're seeing there's room to grow.
Yeah. And but some people don't want to let it grow, because countries like India just banned Bitcoin, which some analysts are saying like, whoa, that's kind of like banning the internet in the 90s, and they might be left behind technologically. And yeah, but there's also critics of people saying, oh, it's ruining the environment. And then I think it's people can calculate how much energy is being used, because Bitcoin miners need to calculate that to see how much they get paid. But in comparison, how much does electricity does all the banks use, all Amazon use? And then all the airline corporations use. That's a lot of energy. But anyways, but for those who want to know more about like Bitcoin and blockchain in general, MIT is actually offering a free course on their website for free to understand the technology, if you would like to know more. And the guy that is teaching that MIT course is President Joe Biden's pick to lead the SEC, which is the Security Exchange Commission, which regulates the financial sector of the government. Anyways, but yeah, that guy is the one teaching this MIT course. But anyways.
The SEC won't let me be, or let me be me.
Yeah, that's very true. And, oh wait, one last fun fact. It took the 12 years since the creation of Bitcoin to reach market cap of 1 trillion. And once it reached 1 trillion, it only took 3 months later to reach 2 trillion. So it's growing pretty fast. But anyways,
Mikey,
I'm not saying buy Bitcoin. I'm just saying it's taking over. Like
before you move on, Mikey, did you see the SNL skit?
Oh, NFTs.
The NFTs, yeah. That was pretty funny.
It was pretty funny. I laughed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but anyways, speaking of, I don't know, the Justice League. What's going on with the writer of the Justice League?
All right, so Mikey's favorite movie series, the DCEU, one of the major writers, Chris Terrio, is calling out Warner Brothers.
What? Why?
Basically saying that he was called in to work on the script for Batman v Superman, and what they're saying is that it was potentially because he to appease Ben Affleck. Because I didn't know this until I looked into the story, but Chris Terrio is the one who wrote Argo.
Oh yeah, and he also wrote Star Wars Episode 9 with J.J. Abrams.
Oh really? Huh, interesting. But yeah, what he's saying is like he came in to kind of look over the script or revise the script that David Goyer, me and yours favorite script writer ever, made. And basically he said that the script that he received originally was way more gritty and grim dark, and it made no fucking sense. He says that he's pushing back against the allegations that it was him that made Batman v Superman super grim and dark. He's saying like, no, that was not me. That was the original script. And apparently he says that he had to fight with the studio over the ending where Batman was going to mark Lex Luthor with the batarangs. Like, you know how he would like kind of like mark them like a branding.
Mm-hmm.
Like
yeah.
Batman
he was branding like people?
Yeah. Yeah, don't you remember that in the original Batman v Superman? Like he branded a criminal.
Yeah.
You probably put that out of your memory because you didn't care for that movie. But
I'm just saying, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, but apparently Chris Terrio was like, why the fuck would you do that? It makes no sense for Batman to go through this whole movie and not learn anything. And in fact, he even says that the Justice League 2017 version was an act of vandalism on his original script. And he proceeds to drag Joss Whedon under the bus, as many people have, because apparently Joss Whedon is a piece of shit. But there we go.
Oh yeah. Another article about that came out recently, right? Ray Fisher said some more stuff about it.
Yeah, Gal Gadot was basically saying that there were parts of the movie where like Joss Whedon basically threatened her career if she didn't do it. Yeah. And also Chris Terrio says that when he was writing the Justice League script, like he didn't really know what the fuck to do because there was nothing known about the Aquaman, how Aquaman was going to be, or how Cyborg was going to be, or anything really established about Wonder Woman, because he wrote that script before the Wonder Woman movie script came out. So he was like, I'm basically writing these characters blind. And honestly, I think just WB, they just need to trash everything and let me and Ark in the Whack write the DCEU. But, you know, we'll never know how that is, but they can call me with a 6-figure contract if they want to. Anyways, speaking of things being uncovered, tell me about this lost city that was found, Mikey.
So, famed archaeologist and Egyptologist Saeed Hawass announced the discovery of the lost golden city near Luxor on Thursday, 2 days ago. He said the find was the largest ancient city known as Aten ever uncovered in Egypt. It was unearthed within 3 weeks of excavation starting in September 2020. The city dates to the reign of Amenhotep, one of Egypt's most powerful pharaohs who ruled from 1391 to 1353 BC. And it was the largest administrative industrial settlement in the era of the Egyptian Empire. The discovery of this lost city is the second most important archaeological discovery since the tomb of Tutankhamun. Sorry, I butchered that shit. But She said the city would give us a rare glimpse into the life of ancient Egyptians at the time when the empire was at its wealthiest. So yeah, archaeologists found the city streets flanked by houses with walls intact, up to 10 feet high, rooms filled with tools of daily life, led by ancient residents as if it were yesterday's thing, like such as rings, colored pottery vessels, casting molds to make amulets, pots to carry meat in, tools for spinning and weaving, and metal and glass making tools as well. They also found a large bakery complete with ovens and a storage pottery, whose size they said the size of the place suggests it was used to cater to a very large number of workers and employees in the city. So essentially, they have found a lost city that King Tut's parents ruled, but we have no idea what was in the lost city. And so the answers and what they could find could be groundbreaking because there's not much known about this time era. So it's dated to around 1300 BC, easily making one of the oldest cities in Egypt and the world. Yeah. So yeah, my notes are everywhere.
It's pretty cool. I mean, it seems like we're just, you know, between the fucking particle that defies the laws of physics and a fucking lost city uncovered. Seems like the end of days, man.
Yeah, so we might see Imhotep come out. Oh, yeah, you know what's crazy? Sort of related, but not really.
Yeah.
I think it was this week or last week. Egypt had a huge ceremony thing to transport hella pharaohs from one place to a museum, and they made a huge event, and it's like it was hella epic. It's on YouTube, but it was crazy. And like they were transporting all these royal mummies, and each mummy had like their own like military tank to be escorted, and it was crazy. Anyways,
wait, is the museum they're being transported to? Is it in Egypt?
I don't know, but like it was like watching the opening Olympic ceremony, but it was just for the transportation of these royal mummies. So like they were respecting the shit out of these royal mummies, like bring them from point A to point B, and like it was crazy. It was like a 6-hour ordeal. But anyways.
Well, shit, I would too, man. I don't really believe in like supernatural shit. Really.
Yeah, but with those mummies, like they were very
risk
careful.
It.
But
yeah.
Yeah, so good thing they didn't risk it, because otherwise those mummies would be alive and would be going around in a death loop. But anyways, speaking of a death loop, Gio.
Fuck
What's going on with the death loop?
Anyway. God damn you. Anyways, so Deathloop, the PS5 exclusive, from Bethesda Arcane Studios, the same studio that released what was their last game? I keep wanting to say Uncharted, but it's not. That's not it. It's please hold. Arcane Studios. It is. What the fuck? Not.
Oh, what the fuck? I haven't played that one.
Shut the fuck up. Dishonored.
Dishonored.
I don't know why I couldn't remember that. But their PS5 exclusive game is being pushed back. It's being released now on September 14th. The devs released a video and a note regarding the delay, saying that we need a little bit more time to make this game great. And honestly, I mean, I just feel like a lot of games are getting pushed back, but I think everyone is scared because of what happened with Cyberpunk. And I'm not really mad at it. Like, you know, people always like to quote the old Miyamoto thing where it's like a delayed game is eventually coming out, but a bad game is bad forever. So, you know, I'm really excited for Deathloop. It looks right up my alley. I get very much like some James Bond / BioShock vibes to it. So it's cool.
With the Cyberpunk ordeal, with the not delaying it. So do you think gamers now these days were like, oh, you're delaying? Okay, cool, that's fine. Like their attitudes towards delayed games has changed skewed towards the positive side now than rather than negative these days.
I would say that sentiment has grown definitely a lot. But you know, incel fucking children are going to be incel fucking man children, and this is a group of people that'll never be happy no matter what. But
true.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, it's better for that game to be like delayed than for them to just give up and abandon it. But speaking of abandoned shit, what is this abandoned shit, Mikey? I don't fucking know.
So, PlayStation just announced that this game called Abandoned, which is a cinematic first-person horror survival shooter set in a highly detailed open-world environment and favors a realistic approach to survival. The story is centered around Jason Longfield, who wakes up in a strange forest, abandoned and not remembering how he got there. Jason soon finds out that he was kidnapped and brought there for a dark purpose, fighting for survival, and his main goal is to escape. Our studio is focused. He said our studio is focused on crafting a cinematic-style first-person story. It's not a fast-paced shooter in which you just run, aim, and shoot. The game requires you to hide and plan every shot before pulling the trigger, because they want you to be nervous and be nervous with each and every enemy encounters. So to be aware that a wrong move can be the deciding factor between surviving a combat scenario or not. Yeah, who knows? So yeah, they said the team is unraveling the power of the PS5, but they've made amazing progress so far. The console allows them to process high-quality motion capture, all running at 60 frames per second, and at 4K. So yeah, people who are iffy about like 60 frames and quality should be happy, because in all, the result is going to be a realistic graphics, smooth character animations, and minimal loading screens. And
So I've heard that this trailer has PT vibes.
yeah, and because of that, people thought it was a Hideo Kojima game, but they confirmed that it is not. And what was crazy about this announcement, they say
What?
it's in early development, but they plan to release it later this year. So,
Huh.
I don't know what to expect from that.
It's probably a really small game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, it must be like a short,
Like
maybe less than
4
6
hour?
hours, maybe.
Hmm.
I mean, not even.
I don't know.
But, yeah. I don't know. I can't think of a transition to this one. But at least we don't abandon animals in our Animal Crossing, right?
Anyways, so it seems like it's another week, another Animal Crossing collaboration with another, I don't know, another brand. This week it's Build-A-Bear.
Oh,
And to no one's surprise, it's fucking sold out. So they released 2 dolls or 2 stuffed animals that you see on the screen, a Tom Nook and an Isabel. And they have like the little outfits for them, and it's all like the Build-A-Bear shit. And what happened was, so people who wanted to buy these, they had to pretty much go on the website in the morning and wait in a virtual queue for their time to like buy them. Kind of like when people are doing with like video game consoles. Like I think Sony was doing something like that. Here's the thing though. What people didn't know is that if you got into that website using Google Chrome's dev mode, there was a way for you to skip the queue and just buy shit. So people were waiting like all day for their turn in line to be able to buy one of these stuffed animals. And because so many people found the hack, that they just never got it. So
those people never even had a chance.
exactly. So
Damn.
I mean, Build-A-Bear says that they're gonna be restocking the Tom Nook and Isabel throughout the season and throughout the year. But I mean, I wonder if they're even gonna fix this Google Chrome like hack, because that might necessarily be entirely on them. It might be just a Google thing. So it sucks. Once again, scalpers are taking the popularity of Animal Crossing and using it to profit while other people just want to enjoy things. And yeah, fuck scalpers. That's all I gotta say. Fuck them. Fuck a scalper. They should get scalpeled with a scalpel.
Tell
Fuck
them.
them. Yeah. Anyways, speaking of popular things, tell me what's up with Star Wars, Mikey.
So, the synopsis for Ahsoka, the TV show, has been revealed, and it is described as Ahsoka Tano is on the hunt for the evil Grand Admiral Thrawn in the hope it will help her locate the missing Ezra Bridger, the young Jedi that disappeared with Thrawn many years ago, which was shown in the animated Star Wars TV show Rebels. So I'm actually really excited for this because I'm a huge Star Wars fan, as you can tell. And there's rumors saying that Ezra Bridger is going to be played by... Wait, I forgot his name already. The guy that played Aladdin in the live-action remake.
I always thought his character in the show looked like Aladdin, so I'm not surprised.
Oh yeah, shit, he does. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is good casting. I don't think about it. But yeah. So hold on, where's my notes?
Is this live action or CG?
Oh, it's going to be live action. Rosario Dawson is going to come back to play Ahsoka. And yeah, it's going to be super interesting. And also in other Star Wars news, I think I already said this last week, Obi-Wan started filming. And also rumored is that the Mandalorian, played by Pedro Pascal, is going to be showing up in the Book of Boba Fett. So, and apparently all of these shows, the Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, and also, I don't know if Rangers of the New Republic is still happening, but apparently they're trying to do a Defenders type thing, where all these projects lead up to one big show, like one big showdown where all of them combine forces. But yeah. So yeah, I'm really excited for this. But anyways, so that brings us to the end of our show. Hold on. And then yeah. Sorry, I'm like trying to figure stuff out.
It's all good. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I like Star Wars. I don't love it. I'll watch the movies. I still haven't watched The Mandalorian. Do you think someone would have to watch Rebels or the Clone Wars to watch the Ahsoka show?
I don't know, because all the Star Wars properties, even though they're like one-offs, they really interconnect and weave the storylines together. And it's hard to say where you could just like, oh, okay, you don't even have to watch any of that stuff, just watch this one. Mm-hmm. Like how you can with the most Marvel movies. I don't think you can with Marvel these days. But yeah, I don't know. But I've seen everything, so like I'm watching the day one. But yeah, I don't know about for newcomers though. So, anyways, so that brings us to the end of our show. Yeah, Gio. Most Star Wars nowadays is good on their own. True. All right, so Gio, close us out, will you?
All right, give me the one.
There you go.
All right. So, every day we live our lives making mistakes and celebrating our successes. If you become successful, don't get a big ass head and forget about where you came from. Don't be like Sony, right? Who is constantly forgetting about where they came from, making these head ass decisions, forgetting about, the old classic games and taking down their stores for their older consoles, and also forgetting about the little weird games that made them popular and just trying to go for the home runs. Because in the game of baseball, remember, an RBI hit is just as important as a home run because, if we're playing Moneyball, there's more of a chance that you get on base than for you to hit a home run. Anyways, it's been a good week. Don't forget where you came from. Don't be no hat ass. And always, 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 always stay thriving. Stay thriving and stay surviving. Don't forget to follow us on our socials. I'm going to ping it in the chat right now, as I have been sporadically. But our socials are there. You can follow us on Instagram.com/the1v1show. You can follow us on Twitter /the1v1show tweet. And you can, if you like what we're doing here, you can join our Patreon for a bunch of perks at patreon.com/the1v1show. Thank you again for joining us. As always, it's your boy Gio Huey Flo alongside my co-host
Mikey.
Yeah. And don't forget, we're gonna have a post show. Are we gonna talk Winter Soldier and Falcon, Mikey? Or
oh shit, we can. I'm done.
I mean, if you want, we're gonna have a spoiler post show for the Winter Soldier and Falcon. Or if you want to just shoot the shit with us, then we can do that as well. But yeah. But once again, thank you for joining us. Have a good week, and we will see you all next week. Also,
Wait,
we are.
Go.
What?
You're back.
Okay. Also, we are potentially thinking about moving towards a 11 a.m. time slot, like being in half an hour earlier. Let me know how that works out for y'all. Let me know if you would be down for an earlier time slot or what's up. Let us know. Let me know in the our socials. Like, just message the Instagram. Let me know how that works out for y'all, or you can just tell us in chat. Either or. All right. Then now we're leaving. Peace. Fuckers.
Intro's dope. Oh wait. Intro's dope.
Gang
Provided
shit.
by our producer, Rabadam, music producer.
Rabadam. That's a boy right there.
Yeah, wait, so do you want to talk about seriously though? Oh, Jason the Kid One wants us earlier and longer. Longer, dude. We do 90 minutes.
I know.
Not minimum.
Dude,
90 minutes minimum.
You fuckhead. We end up chatting with you for a good 3 hours. The day before.
That's nothing. Well, anyone else besides Three Shots to Cut One would like a longer show? Or do you want us to spend more time on our main topics or more time on our subtopics? I don't know. The time we spend on our subtopics is perfect, I feel like.
Anyways, we always have the post show to just shoot the shit for longer anyway.
Oh yeah. True. Twitch podcast, new sits, go on. New intro made by Mikey. Oh yeah. I need to work on my intro thing because I'm trying to do a soup. I don't know if you guys seen the E! News show with Joel McHale. He does the soup, or he used to, and he had a green screen. I was trying to do something like that, but I fucked up as I do every week when I try to do the show.
How about this? If you want more content from us, then subscribe to our Patreon.
Ooh. 5 head.
You bitch.
You can see our links up there, or that's our YouTube. Oh, and also, please subscribe to our YouTube just so we can have a unique URL, because we just have hella numbers and shit as our YouTube channel name. It's youtube.com/1G6.
Yeah.
Fuck you, a decade of friendship is enough. Too long. But
how about that?
At this point, subscribe to me. Fuck no. Anyways.
Fuck no.
Wait, does anyone want? Actually, I forgot what I was going to say. Should we just talk about Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Yeah. Spoiler warning for anyone who hasn't watched it yet.
Okay, hold on. Let me put a timer. Should we put a timer, or should we just fuck it? If you're in here, you might get. Actually, I'll put a text.
Yeah,
but start us off with the flashback with Winter Soldier and what's her face? What's her name?
Who?
Wakanda. The Wakanda.
Oh, Okoye. No, not Okoye.
No, not Okoye. Fuck. Hold on.
I forgot her name, but she's one of the Dore Milaje.
No, that's the group. But yeah.
Y'all the only losers I know that hold a 20+ audience and be like, bye guys.
Y'all the only losers I know that hold a 20+ audience and be like, bye guys. Chun-Li. Wait, what?
Chun-Li. Shut the fuck up. He's talking about the person from fucking Winter Soldier. Anyway, you see the episode starts with the I forgot, the Wakandan soldier. She's helping basically the Winter Soldier, or as he's known there, the White Wolf.
Ayo. AYO, that's her name.
Io?
Yeah, Io, I think so, yeah.
she was basically like there like, this is gonna be your last test. I won't let you hurt no one. And basically she says the keywords that trigger his thing, and he didn't turn into the Winter Soldier. So he like it's emotionally starts crying, saying he's free. She's like, you're free now. And then it kind of cuts to her basically saying, her in the future or in the present going like, why the fuck did you break out Zemo? He's like, well, we need him. And
He's a means to an end.
Yeah, he's a means to an end. And then it stops there. He goes in and he tells them like, hey, the Wakandans they're here. Like, they're gonna find us. And basically they end up finding, I don't know what happened from here. Do they end up finding do they end up going to that orphanage first, or that refugee place?
Hold on, I'm trying to like find like the beat by beat thing.
Well, they end up
Wait, where?
trying to get information on that woman, the one that the flag smasher. What's her name? Fuck, I forgot everyone's name. Carly. Yeah, they're trying to find information on that woman that Carly was trying to help, and no one wants to talk to Bucky or Papa Doc. Fuck, what is his real name?
Falcon.
Sam. No one wants to talk to them because they're outsiders. And the guy was like, I know who you are, and we can't trust you. But Zemo, this motherfucker shows up with a bag of candy and gets the kids to tell him where the funeral's going to be. And he ends up, like, the kids end up trusting him. I don't know why. Like, just because they have...
Wait, what the fuck?
Just because he had candy, the kids were, like, all trusting towards him?
Yeah, and I'll meet you with you outside of this orphanage. And there's not really an alleyway, but I'll meet with you outside this orphanage, grown-ass dude. Thank you for giving me Turkish delight. Like, the fuck? But alright. Whatever gets the story moving.
Alright, yeah, that was a little weird, but... Oh, fun fact, Turkish delight is also what the white queen or the white witch used to entice one of the children in the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I don't know if that was a nod towards that.
Yeah.
It's a very particular type of candy.
And then right after that orphanage, Sam Wilson calls Sharon Carter in Madripoor, who has access to satellites, and it's going to be recon duty for Sam and Bucky. And she shares that the power broker has become frenzied after the death of that one dude. And yeah.
So I threw this theory at you. What do you think of Sharon being the power broker? I mean, it makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, actually. And it'd be like, oh, shit, I think that's the twist that's coming. And then not Zemo turning on them, but it'll be Sharon Carter because he's on the run. And they always keep talking about the power broker, and she keeps mentioning the power broker, but why is the power broker?
Yeah. Also, I've looked these up. The power broker and Flag Smasher are characters in the comics. Not exactly in the same way that they're being portrayed here, but interesting. Interesting.
And this is the first episode where, for me, I started seeing Sam Wilson. I was like, okay, he can be Captain America, and that's because during the funeral for Carly's adopted mother, who's seen as a pillar of the community, they talk after her funeral, and what? I forgot what Sam said, but like, it really made sense because, like, oh yeah, Sam Wilson's background is like he used to be in support groups, talking to people, exploring their feelings and stuff, and it's like, so it makes sense that he would be good at that, and we see it in action with him and Carly, and I was like, oh, okay, you know what? He is a good fit for the Shield. I can see why Steve Rogers picked him. And, like, you know what? He can be Captain America to me now.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, who else could have had the Shield? Like,
well, Bucky, but
no, Bucky don't do anything for him to have the Shield. But I think also another thing that was like instrumental to like Sam not being the one to carry the shield is when Carly asked him, like, not Carly, it was Zemo who asked him, like, would you take the serum if given the chance? He was like, no.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, no hesitation. All right."
And the beginning of the episode before the Winter Soldier flashback is I think it's Sam, like you need to remember that you're a good man before you're a super soldier.
Mm.
So yeah, I could see that they're definitely moving towards Sam becoming the new Captain America, or even him not even becoming Captain America. Maybe he'll stay the Falcon, but he'll have the shield. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, like I'm actually really, really interested. And also, was it this episode where? Oh yeah, it is this episode where John Walker, fake Captain America, barges in on their conversation, cutting it short, and Zemo came out of nowhere and shot down Carly, and without hesitation started smashing those super soldier serum.
Yeah.
And then John Walker comes in and knocks him out, and then he sees one, and like with others we've seen with no hesitation, there's no hesitation on John Walker's part on picking up the super soldier serum. He just took it. Ooh, shit! I'm gonna take that.
Yep. And he has that conversation with his buddy Battlestar, where it's like, would you take the serum? And Battlestar was like, fuck yeah, I'd take it. Like, no hesitation that they would. And I think John Walker, like, I think when Zemo, Bucky, and Sam are talking about their next move, when Jocker Walker comes in trying to arrest Zemo, and then the Wakandans come in, and they get into that fight, and
Which was
John
hella
Walker,
dope. Like there was just a crossover I did not know I wanted. Or Wakanda coming in to the show, like hell yeah, like dude, that's so badass.
When they fuck up John Walker, and he's like, they weren't even super soldiers. I think that's when he was like, I need the thing. Like, yeah.
It was like, how am I Captain America getting my ass beat?
Mm-hmm.
And then so once they started on the mission to get Carly again, because Carly, she hit up Sam Wilson's sister, be like, hey, tell your bro to meet up with me. And she's like, why are you hitting me up? And he's like, just so I know I'm serious. I'm like, okay. And then Sam Wilson turned into Papa Doc, walking to the building, like, where the fuck are you calling my sister? Like, what the fuck is that about? And he's like, yeah. And then they barely got to talk because John Walker barged in again, cut their conversation short.
But no, because
Nope.
Sharon called.
Oh, yes,
called
right.
Sam and was
I
like,
skipped a
"Hey,
beat.
John Walker's on the move," and then that's when shit went down.
Yeah, and then once John Walker came onto the scene, he started kicking people all the way across hallways, and Sam Wilson was like, "Yo, what the fuck? And what did you do?" And he's like, "They got my friend," and then didn't even give any time to Sam Wilson to explain that he took the super soldier serum. And it was crazy. I thought, okay, so his friend is going to die, and that is what's going to drive him to take the super soldier serum. But
Right.
he already took the super soldier serum before the mission even started. Because, like,
Yep.
oh, wait a minute. Look, he's already kicking dudes down the hallways, bending steel poles and stuff. And so, like, he must have taken it immediately or, like, soon after the Dora Milaje kicked his ass.
Yep.
And then so he didn't have like a big moment to take it. I guess, I mean, him getting his ass kicked was a big moment. But then you see Battlestar coming. What was his name? His actual name? Hoskins?
I forgot. I just know him as Battlestar.
Oh yeah, Battlestar. He got his ass beat and got killed. And that's when John Walker got super soldier serum roid rage. And I went after that one dude who, I don't know if you guys remember in the last episode, he was like, yeah, man, Captain America, I used to idolize that guy. He was my hero. And in this episode, he's getting his ass beat and maybe even getting decapitated. Like, jeez.
Yeah. So, the dude that also talked to them was also, I think, wasn't he also the guy who talked to Sam in the orphanage that like, yo, we can't trust you? Wasn't that the same guy?
I think so. They give
Yeah.
him
So
they give him a lot of screen time. Like, oh shit.
yeah, so he ended up like, saying, I wasn't me, I wasn't the one that killed your friend. And then just John Walker did not give a fuck. He just fucking started beating that dude with the shield, and I
Oh,
think
yeah,
he
and
did.
he knows how to use the shield.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So you see that kind of last shot with like John Walker wearing the shield with blood all over it, and it's just like, oh shit.
And then, because I rewatched it this morning, like that last scene, after he's done beating up the dude, I think, okay, now I kind of forget, like he looks around, you see the crowd all recording him, and then he puts the shield, he straps it onto his arm, like, yup, I'm Captain America.
Yep. I'm surprised he didn't. We talked about this. I'm surprised he didn't see Carly in the crowd because she was like right
I don't know,
there.
she was like clearly there in his eyesight. Like, how come you couldn't use the super soldier serum eyesight to be like, there she is?
Okay, so questions for you. A couple things. One, you think Carly dies?
Yeah. And I think her dying is what's going to make Sam Wilson Captain America.
Okay.
Or it could be his. Actually, no, that would be too on the nose. Like his sister, like at risk, and his sister getting killed. But I don't know. I feel like
No,
that's too.
I don't think they'll go
Yeah,
that
no.
way.
I think him failing to save Carly or something like that is what will happen. What about
Okay.
you?
I think she will die. I can't see her because like she's not a character that's she's redeemable, but she's also done a lot of things to where I don't think they'll keep her alive because she is still technically a terrorist.
Yeah, and I like
you
that
kinda have
conversation. Huh? What?
Kind of have that moment where she's with her crew and like the news is being said that like that guy that got killed was just like on the job for like a week.
Mhm.
Like they all kind of look at her like,
Bruh, look at what we did.
bro, look what, like, yeah, exactly. So I think she dies. Other question for you: who is going to be the big bad? Do you think it's going to be Zemo, the Power Broker, or it's going to be John Walker?
I think we're going to have a couple of them. We can't just that's like doesn't mean we can only just have one. I think it's going to be like a WandaVision-ish where the FBI dude, Hoskins or Hayward.
Hayward, yeah.
Yeah, and Agatha did it all along. I think it's going to be something like that with John Walker and Carly.
Let's see. How many episodes are there in this show? Is it going to be a 9-episode thing or 6 episodes?
But
6 episodes, yeah.
Oh, so we only have 2 more.
2 more, yeah. So it's basically a 6-hour movie.
Yeah, like I would at this point I would be comfortable not watching the rest of the episodes if they stop Falcon and Winter Soldier right here. I'd rather watch the first 4 episodes over again than rather watching the Snyder Cut, 4-hour Snyder Cut of Justice League. Because the first 4 hours of this show is so they did it so well, it's so engaging, so entertaining, but the Snyder Cut so boring. That felt like a chore.
God damn you. Anyways, yeah, man, we'll see. I'm excited. I really want to know if Sharon is a power broker because I think she is. Oh shit. I was gonna say, Don Cheadle's in this, but he was in the first episode. I forgot.
Oh yeah. Oh, and speaking of big cameos, apparently, well, spoilers for next week's episode. It's not. I'm not naming a character, but there's going to be a big cameo introduced, or a big character that's going to be introduced next episode, and I forgot who said it. Maybe the writer said that it's going to be someone that we have not seen before, but everyone will recognize the performer, and fans will know who the character is and the significance. And I don't know who could that be because I'm not really, I'm not on the up and up on Captain America lore and Falcon lore.
Yeah, I'm not up on like Captain America lore either. Like I had to look up a lot of these characters, like Flag Smasher, Isaiah, the old black super soldier.
I'm really interested to see how if we were going to see more of him, or that could be it, just to be like,
I think his grandson might play a part because I think his grandson is Patriot, like young
Ooh.
Avenger.
oh,
Oh, we'll see. Who else? There's other characters that were in the show introduced that were like Captain America like characters, like deep cuts that I like had no idea. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm excited. I fuck with this show heavy.
yeah. Do you like it more than WandaVision? I do.
Yes.
By a lot. Like,
Yes.
not even a question for me.
I think WandaVision was a slow burn, but I don't think it paid off in the end.
I think the reason I like this Falcon Winter Soldier better is because it's very much connected to the MCU, where WandaVision was kind of its own little thing. It's sort of connected. And then, like, we're actually understanding the universe within the events that are happening within Falcon Winter Soldier, but whereas WandaVision, we're only seeing, like, a neighborhood and a squad.
So, 3 shots to the kettle one put in chat the Wikipedia for Sentry. Has he been hinted at? Or is that your guess on who it'll be?
Oh, you're talking
I don't think... 3 shots to kettle one put Sentry in the chat, but I don't know if it'll be the Sentry. Because he's just way too powerful to like be introduced in this show that's like grounded. Like he is like Superman level strong. But that'd be cool.
Wait, who could play him? Or it could be the big cameo next week.
I don't think so. Like I said, like Sentry is way too strong. BTG said Sentry is Marvel Superman. Yeah. I don't think it'll be him. He says, "Hear me out."
Okay, so hear me out.
Hear me out. Well, you know what? If I don't know if you ever read or heard of what's it called? The Squadron Supreme. You heard of this?
I have not.
Squadron Supreme is basically Marvel's like them like making like I don't want to say a parody, but like them making a version of the Justice League. So there's
my name is
there's
Earl.
characters like Hyperion.
It's gonna be Thundergun.
Which is Superman, Nighthawk, which is Batman, Dr. Spectrum, Green Lantern, Power Princess, Wonder Woman, and Wizard, which is Flash. They're basically like
3 shots off
basically like versions of DC comic superheroes. Thundergun. Who the fuck is Thundergun? Is this some bullshit? Hold on, let me look this up.
Thundergun. Oh, while you do that, I need to go to the bathroom because I drink a lot of coffee. BRB.
Yeah.
Wait. Shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thundergun.
Enjoy the one for now.
Is this from? Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Fuck you. My name is Earl. You fucking twat. Anyways, 3 shots to kettle one. It's Saturday afternoon. You know where I'm coming from. I don't know where you're coming from. What the fuck are you saying? Fucking hoes. I swear that's all I deal with. Anyways, no hesitation, no surrender. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know who it could be. Like, who is a big Captain America like character or villain? I don't think they'll introduce another villain at this point. But Captain America characters? Let me see. Let me be on some Google shit real quick. Steve Rogers. Oh shit. Oh, it's someone that okay, so I've also heard the theory. Maybe I'll wait for Mikey to get back, but I'll float it by him again. That Thunderbolt Ross is kind of the guy behind a lot of the shit going on right now. So, well, I mean, we'll see. That would be an interesting take because he hasn't really been like seen. He's been kind of in the background. But I don't know. Yo, Mikey, you back? I guess not. They should just go straight postmodern and make the big bad Stan Lee. God damn you. So, someone also mentioned that Thunderbolt Ross could also potentially be behind the scenes.
Oh shit. I like that. That's a good one.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Who would it be? I'm not really familiar with fucking Captain America characters.
Same.
So I'm not Batman. Fuck you. Fuck you. The Star Spangled Man.
That was the name of the first episode, wasn't it?
I think so. But that was the name that they give Isaiah Bradley.
Mm.
I don't know. I think Isaiah Bradley's gonna be important in the show. I think he's gonna come back up. There's no way they just introduce him and just use him as a plot device like that. But who knows? We'll see.
Captain Britain.
Captain Britain. Oh, that you know what? That might honestly might not be a fucking bad fucking guess. Captain Britain.
Actually, let me see the quote what the writer said about the next week's episode. Falcon, Winter Soldier. Okay. The showrunner and writer Malcolm Spellman teased a special cameo in episode 5, which he's building up to be quite a doozy. Hands down. Episode 5, it just gets real. And 5, you're going to cry. So what is this cameo? Fans have already begun speculating that this Marvel character will be one of the beloved heroes of the MCU, come to reunite with their fellow Avengers. But in an interview with Rotten Tomatoes, the showrunner shut down the possibility that it would be an Avenger that we have already seen. Instead, Spellman described the episode 5 cameo as a grounded character who would make a nice contrast to the world shakers like Thor and Captain America. He also said there are characters in our series who I would love to see partnered with, like, it's a very grounded character partnered with one of the big world shakers like Thor or someone like that. The personality is so strong. It's the episode 5 character. I'd love to see that character with Thor. And it is confirmed that this surprise character is not one that we have seen in the MCU before, and not one who is primed to appear in an upcoming movie. So that's really interesting. However, the people have learned that it's also an existing Marvel Comics character who's going to be played by a well-known performer. And this guest star must have knocked it out of the park for the showrunner to be hyping it up so much.
Who the fuck could it be? Yeah, I got nothing. So it's a Marvel character that's grounded.
Ooh, I just read a comment. Could it be Tatiana Maslany as She-Hulk?
But She-Hulk's not really grounded.
Like, without her being She-Hulk?
Oh, like
just a lawyer type person?
the like before she's She-Hulk, maybe?
And then people will be like, oh shit, that's She-Hulk. I mean, I feel like that could be it. Maybe it's an X-Men?
Maybe an X-Men. Yeah.
No. Because there are some writers say, I would love to see this big cameo paired up with a big world shaker like Thor or Captain America. So I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what that means. It's got to be someone with no powers.
Agent Phil Coulson.
No.
They won't bring him back.
Is it Rick Jones?
It could be a TV. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe it's a TV MCU character that won't be up here in the movies.
Because Rick Jones was a sidekick to Steve Rogers in the comics, and
his arch nemesis was Mike Jones.
Shut the fuck up. He was just some guy, and then he did get powers later on. But he was Captain America, Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel, and Hulk's like he was like their sidekick, and he doesn't have any. Well, he doesn't originally have superpowers, and then he gained superpowers. I don't know, but like, would that be a big deal? I think it would. I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I don't know.
We don't know if it's going to be a big deal for normal fans or a big deal for hardcore fans. Or if he's just lying.
Who was Captain America? Mindy Kaling is Miss Marvel. Shut the fuck up. Captain America villains. I was actually surprised they brought back Batroc the Leaper.
Oh, yeah. And wait, and he didn't die.
Yeah.
So he might come back. Oh, shit. Yeah.
MODOK?
So I don't know.
No.
There's no reason he would come back. Like, he clearly serves, like, the opening villain purpose that kicks the story going, like Winter Soldier.
Okay, let's see. Villains.
That'd be funny if they have another season of Falcon and Winter Soldier, and then have him come back on some bullshit again, and they beat him, and he's on some Team Rocket shit.
He just doesn't fucking die.
Yeah.
No. Okay, let me look. You know what's funny? When you look up list of Captain America enemies, you know who the first one to pop up is?
Red Skull?
Adolf Hitler.
Oh shit! Of course.
Of course. Zola already showed up. Baron Strucker already... Did he die?
Yeah.
He died already. Zemo died. Batroc showed up. Could it be Lady Hydra?
Wait, didn't you watch... Wait, no, never mind. That wasn't Lady Hydra in Season 2 of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which is not canon.
Was she in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No, that was the first season where Hydra took over. I don't think that was her. I think that was someone else.
Hold on. Oh, people said that Ada was Madam Hydra, but like that's not a totally different like portrayal.
I don't
know. Maybe it was Madam Hydra. Maybe she'll be, because Hydra's like there, but it's also gone. And like,
sorta, yeah. I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
is Zemo the only remnant of Hydra that we know of in current MCU?
Well, Zemo, I don't know, but I just looked up some shit that might possibly have spoiled shit for me.
What? Or do you not want to share?
Oh, maybe I'll tell you off chat.
Okay.
It's a comic book thing, so it might not be true.
Mm.
Well,
while you're looking at that, in other really random news, did you see the live action Powerpuff Girls set photos?
No, is there?
Oh, like TMZ snapped photos of them shooting, and they're in their full costume of the Powerpuff Girls, and it's literally if they looked at the show and like, all right, that's the costume, and then it looks very much like gives me Dr. Seuss vibes, like the way they dress. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yo, Chloe Bennett is gorgeous.
Yeah, and a sequel to Into the Spider-Verse has been debunked because that was a rumor spreading around. And they said, like, no, it's not. It's not true, as of now. And
they're gonna make a sequel of that eventually.
Yeah, and there's a new. I was going to talk about this as a subtopic, but a new real-time horror video game called Ghost. It's going to mix live action with video games. Like, do you remember in the late '90s where video games had like live action clips in their video games with like characters
Night
like
Trap.
Huh?
Night Trap.
Yeah, or like Command and Conquer. Like, you remember like those little skits with actual people.
Yeah. Like FMV.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this studio is trying to bring that back, but do it better.
Interesting.
And it's going to be featuring the cast of Shudder's hit horror movie Host. I've never seen it or heard of it until just now.
Never heard of it either. Interesting.
And there's also a $700 Optimus Prime toy that stands up on its own and drives on its own. Like, you can see it become a truck into a transformer, and then press a button, it goes into a truck and it drives off. Pretty dope.
There was another figure that I saw that was, speaking of Demon Slayer, it was one of the characters, Nezuko, that was, it's 44 inches tall.
How tall is that in feet? Hold on. I'll do it. 44 inches.
About 3-something feet.
3.6 feet.
So
over 3.5 feet. So
44 inches tall. And will come with a box that she's carried in, but it will cost $3,634.
The fuck?
That's a lot of money for a
figurine. Toy.
Damn. I kind of want it. If I was a millionaire, I'd buy it. Because Nezuko's so adorable. Anyways.
What's it called? Justin Timberlake has a TV show.
I mean, I think that's kind of like something that I'm surprised that hasn't happened already.
Yeah, it's going to be on the Apple TV Plus. He's going to play a Gong Show host and self-confessed CIA assassin, Chuck Barris. That's all I know. And also, HBO Max is going to have a Magic Mike competition show for dancers to become Magic Mike, or the real Magic Mike. I don't know. What else?
Oh, here's one. Prince Harry will not return to the UK for Prince Philip's funeral. Meghan Markle advised not to travel.
Oh my god.
I honestly don't give a shit about the royal family. So. What ifs?
Oh, there was a... Kerry Washington got a lot of shit for something she tweeted yesterday. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Talking about DMX and Prince Philip.
Hanging on heaven.
Yeah, Kerry Washington deletes controversial tweet about... This is pretty much a... fucking... celebrity gossip bullshit. She deleted a tweet because he tweeted, anybody else wondering what DMX and His Royal Highness Prince Philip are chatting about together at the pearly gates? My love to both their families. May they both rest in peace. And people were like, DMX and Prince Philip going to two very different places. Don't lump in DMX with white supremacists, please, Queen.
Oop.
And then another person said one of them slid down the Lil Nas X pole to hell, and it wasn't DMX.
Oh yeah, we never talked about the Lil Nas X like.
Oh yeah, the music video or the shoes, or actually all as a whole in general.
A lot of pro clutching. I think someone made the point that was like Christians have been telling gay kids that they're gonna go to hell for years, and then now suddenly when one of them makes a music video about them being in hell, like they're always like, ugh, how dare they?
Yeah, and then like they're thinking about the children, but wasn't Old Town Road talking about lean and look at the lyrics of that song.
Well, also like don't be a fucking parent and raise your child. Like don't depend on entertainers to raise children for you.
I think it's just outrage culture.
It really is.
And I forgot to talk about this Disneyland. So to add on to your Disneyland news, that Disneyland are thinking about having more integrations with Disney Plus properties. So like WandaVision, Mandalorian. They're thinking about adding on to the Star Wars land and like incorporating those Disney Plus properties into the thing. And yeah.
Honestly, if they had some Star Wars Galaxy's Edge incorporation with Baby Yoda, it'd be a fucking hit. I'm surprised they don't do it already.
Yeah, and they also just released a patent of a real working lightsaber. They showed it off at a showcase or something, but they didn't actually operate it. But they said it's a sword device with a retractable, internally illuminated blade. And they said they figured it out and they're going to be using it as part of the parks. Which is super interesting. I'm actually interested. The same mechanics that operate to eject the blade will be used in reverse to retract the blade. The LEDs will be affixed to a tape that retracts onto a spool as the blade retracts. I don't know. It's hella technical language, but yeah.
Dude, I want to go to Disneyland so bad.
I'm waiting till next summer. I'm like, I can wait. Because I'm assuming there's going to be hella limited opening or limited rides, and hopefully they'll fix everything, all the rides, and have a good system in place of how they operate by the time next summer comes around.
Yeah. Yeah. Not only that, but like why go to Disneyland when it's limited? Like, why pay that price for that?
Yeah, hella rides are not even working right now, or they're closed.
It's hella dumb. It's hella dumb. All right. Anything else, Mikey?
No, nothing that I can think of.
You
There's a lot of casting stuff that we don't care about.
A lot of what?
A lot of casting news of stuff that we don't watch.
Oh yeah. Is there anything that I found? And hold on. What do I care about? Let me look at my foremost site.
Steven Spielberg's making a movie about his dad, and Paul Dano is going to play Steven Spielberg's dad. I need to start. I don't know if I need to, but like I'm actually very curious into watching The Crown. I've been hearing a lot of good things. Have you seen Bad Trip on Netflix? I've been hearing that it's hilarious. It's like Jackass and Borat, but with Eric Andre.
God damn. Oh, right. I have heard of that. Interesting. Yeah, I heard that fucking Eric Andre and I think what's his name? Lil Rel homie? Or Lil Rel? The dude from Get Out, the friend from Get Out?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He said that he's like he said something like this, they almost got seriously hurt making that movie. So I'm interested in seeing that.
Oh yeah. Wait, what's the big news that you were talking about? Elon Musk is making Jurassic Park?
Oh yeah, I think Elon Musk's partner said that they have the technology now to create a real world Jurassic Park, and fuck that. Fuck off. Eat a fucking dick and fuck Elon Musk. That should never fucking happen. BTG Play says, watch Invincible, you cowards.
Watch Invincible, you cowards. I've been hearing good things. I was thinking about doing a watch party for that since it's on Amazon.
Yeah, people keep telling me to watch it, and like the more people tell me to watch it, the more I'm like, I'll watch it later.
Yeah, like with Gio, like if you recommend him something and more people tell him about it, and like he finds out it's popular, he has like a hipster switch that turns on like, popular, fuck that, fuck the popular shit.
Just stop telling me to watch something. I'll watch it eventually. Like I have a rebel clause in my body.
I've been telling him to watch Breaking Bad since season 2. Like when season 2 came out, I was like, I remember we were in a cafeteria and be like, guys, watch Breaking Bad. It is probably one of the best TV shows on TV right now. It's only season 2. It wasn't even on Netflix or anything. I was like, guys, seriously, watch this shit. And then, but no one watched it until it was on Netflix, and then, yeah.
Fuck you. All right.
You just finished a box of Cheez-Its?
Maybe. Anyways.
Hugh ain't going to watch it. He doesn't like good character development with and interesting characters with an overarching narrative. True.
No, I'll probably watch it. I'll watch it when I feel like it. Also, fuck you, Nesto. This motherfucker. Let me tell y'all about BTG Play real quick. All right. Let me tell you about this guy. All right. This man talks about how he always talks trash about the animes I like, and he's like, "Oh, blah blah blah. You like that shit looks like trash. Blah blah blah. Like I don't like fan service." Blah blah blah. That his favorite anime is one that has this character in it.
What character?
Hold on. I'm linking right now. Where is it? Oh, what the fucking. Wait, do you allow Do you allow links in your chat?
I think so.
Oh wait, I'm a mod. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
what the fuck? Yeah, you have mod powers. What the fuck is this? No cooking? What is this? What, dude? Why'd you send me hentai?
See, exactly. Fucking BTG Play be talking shit about the shit I watch, and this is a character
okay.
from his favorite fucking show. All right. I do watch trash, but I will admit my trash when I watch it. Like Rent a Girlfriend is trash, but it's also art. Rent a Girlfriend. Okay, let me explain it to you like this. Rent a Girlfriend is like Van Gogh's Starry Night, where when it came out, no one appreciated it, and everyone thought it was trash. But then, years down the line, after Van Gogh died, everyone realized that it was a masterpiece work of art.
Did they?
Yes. 3 shots of the kettle one says I'm the ultimate hipster. First off, you fucking bumbleclap beach. Shut your bitch ass up.
You said bumbleclap?
Bumbleclap beach. Top hypocrite. You know what you are? 3 shots of kettle one? I'm gonna tell you what the fuck you are real quick. Hold on. This is what you are. Where is my
Chet Biden? You mean Chet Hanks? Yo, did you see
You're
that shit?
fucking Hunter Biden.
It's about to be a Wild Boy summer.
That's what
Tom Hanks' son, Chet Hanks.
That's what 3 shots of the kettle one is.
Mm.
I just posted. That's what the fuck he is. You're a fucking hypocrite. You fucking beach.
I said that shit on purpose. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. We don't believe you. You need more people.
Anyways, so I've been playing with this new talkbox thing. It's pretty dope.
Oh yeah.
I sound like Daft Punk.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder,
Oh, is it?
better, faster, stronger.
Yeah. And like I don't need a tube in my mouth to do it anymore. Now the talkbox goes through my neck, and now the sound comes out of my mouth, and all I have to do is just mouth the words.
Is that the thing you got from that German composer or German?
I got it from Bosco, who is one of Kanye's producers.
How much
And
did it run you?
He invented this.
How much did it cost?
A lot, because it's very new, and he's trying to like still marketing it out, and it's like brand new. It's still like, I feel like this. It feels like a concept device type. Like it feels like it's in its concept stage still, and it's like an alpha build. Yeah, I've been doing hella songs though. I got hella Weekend songs. I can do some Bruno Mars. I can do Sunflower. I can do Khalid, Daft Funk, Kanye. Oh, I could do Adele too. It's hella dope. And it's like singing but on cheat mode. All I have to do is just press buttons until it sounds right.
Hey,
Mike. Gio.
So, BTG Play linked me something. It was an article that says, could Daredevil and the Punisher be on Disney Plus after brutal violence in Falcon and Winter Soldier?
Oh yeah. That's what I wanted to bring up. What's the most gruesome deaths in the MCU? Because that was by far the most gruesome.
As far as the canon MCU, I think that is the most gruesome.
Yeah, and then the second one would be Vision dying hella times by Thanos,
Vision.
like having his skull crushed. Not really a skull, but
Didn't Thor decapitate Thanos?
we tried to, right?
No, he did. In Endgame.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, he just.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, but as far as like graphic, gory detail, that was by far like the most.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. That does open the doors for other graphic depictions of other heroes. But I don't think it would be like the norm. I feel like they use those sparingly to like have a big effect. Like
Shock factor, yeah.
yeah.
Disney already said that Deadpool is going to be the only rated R MCU movie. But what about Blade?
That's gonna be PG-13. I feel like.
I think that'd be whack if it's PG-13. Or like Moon Knight. Moon Knight's got to be rated R.
Okay, what Marvel property character that we haven't seen are you most excited for at this point in time?
One that's like we haven't seen but they're announced, or one that
one that we know of that's coming. Like could be
Miss Marvel,
Hawkeye. Oh, why
I
so?
I love comics. Miss Marvel's dope. But if we want to really get into the fucking weeds, right?
Weeds.
If we really want to get into it, like what characters I'm excited for that haven't been announced. I want a fucking Squirrel Girl movie.
Of
Give
course.
it to me.
Played by Anna Kendrick.
No.
Really? I thought that was the Dreamcast thing was.
No, it's the AT&T girl. You know
Milana, I forgot her last name.
Yeah, but I think she might be a little Vayntrub. I think she might be a little old for the part now. How old is she? She is 34. Yeah, I think Squirrel Girl's got to be like younger.
Yeah, Squirrel Girl, not Squirrel Woman.
Exactly. Squirrel Girl. Who could play Squirrel Girl? I don't know. They'll probably find someone. What else? Who else would I want to see? Moonstone, maybe? I like her as a villain. She is a Miss Marvel villain. And she's just a crazy beesh. So I'm excited. Maybe I doubt they'll have her in the next Captain Marvel. But I don't know. Dark Avengers? Give me Dark Avengers. That'd be dope.
But it seems most likely we're going to get Young Avengers.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of already with America Chavez and fucking Stature, Ant-Man's daughter, and then Kate Bishop, Patriot. I kind of wish that like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. still kind of kept MCU.
No, the MCU didn't keep Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. canon.
Oh yeah, or one or the other. I wish they kind of would. There
was only one-way street with that show.
You know what I think really killed Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s like MCU is introducing the Inhumans. Because if you notice, like,
oh yeah,
like the MCU does not acknowledge Inhumans at all.
I mean, they did. They had a show that was released in IMAX. The first episode. Do you remember that?
Yeah, but no one ever counts that as canon.
Yeah, I know, but like that was supposed to be like a launching pad for introduction of Inhumans in MCU.
That because the IMAX show that was just like the first 2 episodes combined, right?
Yeah, but it was filmed with IMAX camera, so like they were putting hella money on making it onto it, but no one gave a shit about it.
Yeah, that was Ike Perlmutter shit.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like you have your Ike Perlmutter shit, and then you have Kevin Feige shit.
Yeah. BTG says Inhumans was a train wreck in the TV show. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. it was okay, yeah. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was okay. Like, it had its ups and downs. I wouldn't say it had more ups or more downs. It was just, just 50-50, just okay. And, like, they did well with what they were given and what they could work with. It just sucked that they, well, actually it didn't suck. I like that they finally, all right, I guess we're not going to be acknowledged by the official MCU. We'll just do our own thing and then went to a different timeline.
Yeah. It kind of just was like, all right, like, since what we do has no consequence, and we're just going off the rails.
Ghost Rider and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was the best Ghost Rider. Ooh, yeah. Highly agree. 100% agree.
Hey, so does this mean Coulson never comes back to life in the MCU? Like, where does the timeline split?
Oh. Fuck, I don't remember. Like in season 4? I think? I don't know. I don't remember.
No, either. Well, yeah. I mean, I doubt they'll ever address that. Like, it's kind of they'll just. I think
They're not going to address any TV MCU.
Yeah, they're just gonna say that it's gone.
Maybe Netflix MCU. Maybe with the Daredevil and Charlie Cox. Like maybe they'll acknowledge the events that happen in Daredevil. But I doubt it. I think they're just going to use that same iteration of Daredevil with Charlie Cox. But
because with Daredevil, like you could have that story happen in the MCU, and no one really be aware of it because it was very small.
Yeah, it was very self-contained.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Charlie Cox was so fucking good. Yeah, like
agreed. Agreed. I think Daredevil.
That's a good origin for Daredevil.
I want Charlie Cox to be Daredevil in the MCU. In fact, I like pretty much most of the casting.
Yeah, even Foggy, great Foggy.
Yeah.
Even Stick. You like Stick?
Yeah, I think Stick too. I'm trying to think. I like the casting for the
Punisher.
other shows too, like Jessica Jones.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, even Iron Fist.
I haven't watched Iron Fist.
I don't think me neither, and I don't think I'll ever watch it because I hear it's really shitty.
I heard it's subpar. Yeah.
Yeah, and then so I was like, all right, well, I guess I won't watch Iron Fist. I'll just watch Defenders, and even that was shitty.
Yeah, I think they really dropped. Who was the villain in Defenders anyway?
Fuck. Madame Gao's people, like her organization.
The Hand,
right? Yeah, I think the Hand. Yeah, it was the Hand, wasn't it?
Was it I think it was the Hand. What did Elektra play a big part in Defenders?
Sort of. Yeah, no, she was like the catalyst for Defenders happening, I think. The entire show, the main character says, "I'm the Rand." Yeah, I think I saw a supercut about that, and it's like, yeah, that put me off of the show even more so, even though I was never planning on watching it. Actually, no, I did. I was planning on watching it, but then, like, once I saw trailers, I was like, the fuck? I was like, why?
I'm looking at the villains and Alexandria Reed.
I don't know who that is.
That was Sigourney Weaver's character.
Oh yeah, Sigourney Weaver was in it. Oh, and also Trinity from The Matrix, also a lawyer.
Oh yeah, Alicia Jones.
Oh no, yeah. What's Jessica Jones' friend?
Oh, Trish.
Yeah.
Doesn't she become the villain in one of the seasons?
I don't know, but like they had a lot of callbacks or references to her becoming that character throughout the Jessica Jones show. And I was like, oh shit, that'd be interesting. But I don't know if we're ever going to be seeing that iteration.
I don't know. We'll see. The best villain for me out of all there's really only two villains who are like top tier in all the Netflix MCU shit, which is Kilgrave
and Kingpin. Yeah. I really
Kilgrave, fucking crazy.
I would really like to see. Forgot Vincent. I forgot his last name. The guy that played Kingpin. I would really like to see that Kingpin interact with Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think. Like,
I hope he. Actually, I don't know. They didn't announce it, right?
What?
I mean, because you know how. Wait, no, never mind. No, yeah, the Spider-Verse. The next Spider-Man movie is the Spider-Verse thing.
Oh yeah.
But like, I don't know if there were any rumors about Kingpin, because there's hella rumors about all these other characters. Doc Ock is confirmed. Electro, Jamie Foxx is confirmed.
Yeah, fucking. What's his name? Fucking Andrew Garfield, confirmed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We'll see. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for the future of the MCU. We got 2 more episodes of Soldier, Winter Soldier and Falcon, and then it's Loki after, right? Loki in May.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What did you think about the trailer? Have you seen it?
I have not seen it yet.
Oh, okay. Like it gives me Guardians of the Galaxy vibes. Like that is that kind of tone.
Okay. Okay. I'm excited.
And mixed with Loki's character and persona. It seems like it'd be a fun show, especially with him interacting with Owen Wilson. Wow.
Wow. Owen Wilson, that's fucking funny. Let's see, what else? So not Iron Fist, what the fuck? Loki, and then after is Black Widow, the movie?
I think so.
And then after that is What If, or yeah. Right?
Sounds right.
And then I don't know what's after that.
Wouldn't it be Hawkeye?
Oh yeah, Hawkeye, Marvel. Let me see, Marvel Disney.
I'm looking at the
plus schedule.
Yeah. Where's the schedule?
Meow.
There's all this shit happening with Marvel now. Oh, here we go. So, Falcon Winter Soldier is happening now. Loki's happening June 11. Black Widow July 9. In the summer, we got What If. In September, we got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. In the fall, we got Miss Marvel. Also in the fall, we got Hawkeye. And also in the fall, but in November, we got Eternals. I'm really interested in what's going on there. And to top it all off, in December, we got Spider-Man No Way Home with everyone. And then we get a 3-month drought with no MCU until 3 months. Yeah, in March, when we finally get Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. In March 25th.
Doctor Strange is going to be like the big movie of this kind of cur.
Yeah, I think Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is going to be like the next event movie, like on the level of Avengers. Yeah.
Okay.
But 2022 is going to be stacked with like good ass shit, because we got Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and we got Thor with Natalie Portman becoming Thor, and then we got Black Panther 2 coming out, and there's an untitled film in October. I don't know what that's about, and then Captain Marvel 2 in next November, and also we're getting the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special, Moon Knight, and She-Hulk all coming out next year. So
nice.
Yeah, Marvel has their shit right.
I just need a Squirrel Girl movie, and we lit.
You should do a cosplay.
Because like my 5 top Marvel characters, only one of them has been represented in the MCU.
Oh, which is
Black Panther. Black Panther. We don't have Doctor Doom yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't have no Squirrel Girl yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't have who is my top 5 Marvel characters? Oh, we don't have she's not. She has been represented on screen, but not in the MCU, which is Psylocke.
Oh.
Yeah, Olivia Munn.
You're not satisfied with Olivia Munn's interpretation?
I have not seen those movies.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know if I will.
I heard they're bad.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right, man. Yeah. I'm getting hungry. So you want to just end it here?
Yeah, I'm pretty hungry as well. So yeah. So all right. So whatchamacallit? You guys can follow us on our socials on our top right or top left up there, and please, if anything, if you don't want to follow us on our socials, just subscribe to our YouTube so we can have our own custom URL instead of using like a hash code of letters and numbers. And
let me ping it real quick in the chat.
Oh yeah, it'll be in the chat right there. Follow Gio on his stream. He actually has a Twitch account now. It's Gio_Huey_Flow. I mean, there it is. And yeah. So until then, actually, yeah, I think we're gonna start at 11
next week.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah, so that means you have to do the doc. Make sure it's finished even earlier.
I finished it earlier this week. The only thing was the main topics.
Yeah, I know. That's part of it.
Well, yeah, but I was trying to figure out discussing it with you. Anyways, whatever, we'll figure it out. Okay,
Anyways.
we'll start.
All right, then. So we'll see you guys next week at 11 o'clock a.m. PST here at the 1v1 show. So until then, whatever Gio usually says, stay thriving
Stay surviving.
and all that
Eat
stuff.
a fucking dick. Later.